you can get the perfect fit. For the best in casual and work clothes, hit a home run with Sargent Blue Jeans, located on the corner of Sargent and Valor.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Back here at Chubb Park on the Rona pregame show, right to the ballpark, Winnipeg and Grand Prairie. An 11:05 a.m. start for Game 3 of this three-game series. On the Rubber, it's brought to you by Cal Tire, with 5 convenient locations in the Capital Region. We're more than just tires. Cal Tire, true service. Matt Jackson, the 26-year-old right-hander, gets the ball today for Rick Forney and the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Jackson, 5 starts this year. He's 3-2 with a 3.60 ERA. He's worked 30 innings, allowed 33 hits, walked only 12, and struck out 21. He's coming off a loss, but pitched well last Saturday against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. He went 6 innings, kept the Goldeyes in the game, gave up 4 earned runs and 9 hits, walked 3 and struck out 2. Winnipeg would fall by a final score of 4-2 to the Redhawks on that Saturday game, but bounced back and got the series finale behind the good effort from Chandler Barnard, who got the win in his first start as a member of the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Barnard scheduled to pitch this Saturday in the middle game against the St. Paul Saints. Jackson making his second home start of the season, and the first one was a game similar to this, May 28th, the 11 a.m. morning start against the Sioux City Explorers. He went 5 innings, allowed 5 earned runs and 9 base hits, and took his first loss of the season. Overall, Matt Jackson, 33-23 in his professional career, a .589 career winning percentage in 6 pro seasons, a lifetime 4.38 ERA for the former 31st round draft pick of the San Diego Padres. San Diego took Jackson in 2009 out of the University of South Alabama. So Matt Jackson will make his first career start against the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Winnipeg hoping for their first home sweep of the 2014 season and their 3rd sweep overall. They took a 3-game set from Lincoln at the beginning of the year, and last week took all 4 games from the Sioux Falls Canaries at the Birdcage. In total in 2013, the Goldeyes had 4 sweeps, so Winnipeg a chance to get their 3rd in a little under a month into the 2014 season. Matt Jackson, 3-2, a 3.60 ERA. He'll take on left-hander Sean Spainhoward, a true rookie, 24-year-old left-hander from the Missouri area. Spainhoward has made 5 starts this series, 0-3, with an ERA of 7.54. He's worked 22 2/3 innings, allowed 32 hits. He's only walked 8, and he has struck out 12. Opponents are hitting .352 this year against the 24-year-old true rookie Sean Spainhoward. He last pitched against Wichita on Sunday in the second game of a doubleheader. Spainhoward pitched well. He went 4 2/3 and took a no decision, allowing 1 earned run on 2 base hits, and Wichita would go on to win that in extra innings, scoring 6 times in the top half of the 8th. The AirHogs this year are 0-5 in Spainhoward starts, so they will look to break that trend and break a mini 3-game losing streak. Grand Prairie has lost 7 of their last 9 contests. Sean Spainhoward, a true rookie out of Rogers State University, finished his senior season in 2013, where he was 8-5 for the Hillcats with a 2.20 ERA. In 2012, he, Brandon Bargett's last night's AirHogs starter, and Eric Baker, the AirHogs center fielder, all helped Rogers State to the NAIA World Series. They made a nice little run, and Spainhoward actually won Rogers State's first ever NAIA World Series game in 2012. That season, Jordan Guida and Tennessee Wesleyan won the entire NAIA World Series. They won the national championship. Guida will be behind the plate for Luis Allen, morning game after a night game. Luis, though, still batting cleanup, and he will be the DH for Rick Forney. So Sean Spainhoward, the thing about Spainhoward that we've heard, he has a very unusual and very deceptive pickoff move. He's a left-hander. Many lefties do have great pickoff moves, but what separates Spainhoward from other left-hand pitchers is that he holds the ball in his bare hand before he brings the hand to a set, and rather than coming set and then stepping towards first base and maybe thinking that he might go to the plate, Spainhoward actually steps with his left foot towards first and snaps the ball. So the Goldeyes base runners, base running a big part of Winnipeg's offense this year. They'll look to be alert against the left-hander Sean Spainhoward, who will get the start today for the AirHogs. Again, On the Rubber, brought to you by Cal Tire, with 5 convenient locations in the Capital Region. We're more than just tires. Cal Tire, true service. That'll wrap things up for this edition of the Rona pregame show. Ride to the ballpark. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have today's starting lineups and first pitch after this on Jewel 101.
Thanks for listening to the Winnipeg Goldeyes Rona pregame show. Ride to the ballpark. Stay tuned. The Game is coming up next on Jewel 101.
We all know that money doesn't grow on trees, but it sure grows in our branches. At Steinbach Credit Union, you get a great interest rate on any of our savings accounts, right from $1. That's right, no minimum balance here. Add to that a complete range of financial products and our unparalleled service, and that could put a smile on anyone's face. So switch to SCU today and laugh all the way from the bank. Steinbach Credit Union, taking care of the world's most important money, yours.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
Support your own, the Goldeyes. And Fort Garry Brewing. Located right here in Winnipeg, Fort Garry Brewing is Manitoba's #1 brewery, crafting a full spectrum of delicious beers and ales, including the award-winning Fort Garry Dark and the fan-favorite Fort Garry Pale, both of which are available at Shaw Park, so cheer on the home team. Fort Garry Brewing, Manitoba made, Manitoba's own.
Save on your next energy bill with helpful tips from Manitoba Hydro. Even small changes can make a big impact on the environment. Install dimmer switches on the lights you use most often to control exactly how much light and electricity you use. Unplug your cell phone chargers once they finish charging. Chargers continue to draw energy even after your device is fully charged. And whenever possible, use cold water for laundry. For more ways to conserve energy, visit hydro.mb.ca.
At Cal Tire, they are the tire and wheel experts. They have the best selection of tires and wheels in the city, all at prices that can't be beat. If you find a lower advertised price, bring it in and they'll match it or even beat it. This spring, pay attention to your vehicle by taking it to the experts at Cal Tire. It's time to talk to Cal at any one of their 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
It's time for Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on the crystal clear FM airwaves of Jewel 101. Now, let's go to the ballpark for tonight's game. Here's Steve Schuster.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
From Shaw Park in Winnipeg, Manitoba, you're listening to Goldeyes Baseball, presented by NTS on Jewel 101. This morning is Game 3 and the finale of a 3-game series between the Grand Prairie AirHogs and your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Today's starting pitchers for the AirHogs, left-hander Sean Spainhoward, and for the Goldeyes, right-hander Matt Jackson. Well, hi again, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. The Goldeyes with an 8-1 victory last night over the Grand Prairie AirHogs, led by a great effort from Nick Hernandez and a 2-homer, 5 RBI game from Casey Arthur. They will try for their first home sweep of the 2014 season. The Goldeyes begin today a half game in front of the St. Paul Saints and Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks for first place in the American Association North Division. Let's take a look at today's starting lineup for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, managed by Ricky Van Hasselberg, who is in his 4th year. Jimmy Mojica is the shortstop and leading off. Brandon Pickney is at second base and batting second. Palmer Carr Jr. is in left field hitting third. Jason Botts is the DH and batting cleanup. Andres Rodriguez is the first baseman hitting 5th. Michael Herr is in right field hitting 6th. Eric Baker is in center field batting 7th. Mitch Abeda is the catcher hitting 8th. And Matthew Burns is at third base and batting 9th. The starting lineup is brought to you by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Fans, when you visit the Sky Suite level at Shaw Park, make sure to stop and relax in one of 3 Lazy Boy Comfort Zones. Each Lazy Boy Comfort Zone is fully furnished with the latest Lazy Boy sofas, love seats, coffee tables, and their world-famous recliners. The Winnipeg Goldeyes would like to thank Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, located at 1425 Ellis Avenue, for their support. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, live life comfortably. On the mound this morning for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, right-hander Matt Jackson will make his 6th start of the year. Jackson is 3-2 with a 3.60 ERA, 30 innings pitched, 33 hits allowed, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .282 against Matt Jackson in 2014. Coming off a loss on Saturday against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks, allowed 4 earned and 9 hits in 6 innings pitched, walked 3 and struck out 2. He kept the Goldeyes in it. Fargo would come away with a 4-2 win in the middle game of that 3-game set. So Winnipeg on fire right now in the month of June, a record of 7-3 this month, and they have excelled in both sides of the ball. The team hitting .310 this month, and the pitching staff has put together an ERA of just 2.79. The Goldeyes ERA for the year is now down to 4.12. That ranks 7th best in the American Association. Jimmy Mojica, Brandon Pickney, and Hummer Carr Jr. to start things off here in the top half of the first inning. Winnipeg Goldeyes and Grand Prairie AirHogs in game number 3 of this 3-game set. Mojica, a right-hand batter, 1 for 4 last night. He's hitting .250 on the year, no homers, and 6 runs batted in. He's 13 for 46 in his last 11 games, hitting .283 during that stretch. Right-hand batter, slightly open stance. A bit chilly, but a sunny morning here at Shaw Park. First pitch of the ball game is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. First pitch this morning right on time at 11:05 a.m. Jackson a full windup, and the 0-1 to Mojica. Breaking ball low and inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Grand Prairie facing a right-handed starting pitcher for the first time in the series. The Goldeyes rolled out Chris Salamita on Tuesday, and then Nick Hernandez last night. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball, low and outside. It's now 2-1 on Jimmy Mojica. Mojica against right-hand pitching, he's done better than he has against lefties despite being a right-hand batter. Mojica .259 against righties this year, just 3 for 14 against lefties. 2-1 the count on the AirHogs shortstop. Fakes a bunt, pulls back, and it's a fastball in the outside corner. 2-2. Brandon Pickney, the second baseman, waits on deck. We're just underway in the top half of the first. Goldeyes are looking for their first home sweep since August of last year, and they're looking for their 3rd sweep overall in 2014. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter. The 2-2 to Mojica. Lashed foul the other way, and that'll travel into the skybox suites right above section R, and the count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy Mojica, coming out of retirement, announced his retirement following the end of last season with the Laredo Lemurs, and has gotten off to a solid start. The 2-2 pitch high and inside. Did it hit him or did it hit the knob of the bat? And I believe it hit the knob of the bat, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mojica likes to crowd the plate. Had to lean back. That fastball came up and inside from Matt Jackson. Mojica, a 2006 American Association Rookie of the Year with the St. Joe Blacksnakes, a team no longer in the league. Hit .299 that year with 32 RBIs and 17 stolen bases in 87 games played. He's now in his 9th year of professional baseball and has earned veteran status in the American Association. A career batting average of .295, originally from Rio Piedras in Puerto Rico. Another 2-2 pitch, hit in the air towards deep left center, drifting back Abercrombie, still going back. Abercrombie reaches, makes the catch on the run, and there's 1 away. Nice play by Reggie Abercrombie. That was hit well to center field by Jimmy Mojica, but Reggie runs it down a couple steps in front of the warning track. Tonight's opening pitch was brought to you by Best Western Plus. The Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel is Winnipeg's premier event venue. Book your next corporate event, wedding, or conference at the Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel. 1 out and nobody on base. Brandon Pickney stepping up. Pickney .261 in the year. 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. Right-hand batter with a very similar stance to Jimmy Mojica. The pitch, fastball on the outside half. It's 0-1. It's opened up, but the feet are fairly close together. And almost looks like the body is angled towards the first base line. 1 out, nobody on base. The 0-1 pitch, fastball in tight. And it's 1-1. Pickney 0 for 4 in last night's game after a big day in the opener of this series. Pickney was 3 for 3 on Tuesday with a couple of walks. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball grounded past the mound. To his right, Blackwood. He fields, sets and throws to first. Plenty of time to get Brandon Pickney. 2 up and 2 set down by Matt Jackson in the top of the first inning. Defensively today for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, Casey Harther is at first base. Jake Blackwood, you heard, is at second. Josh Mazzola is at third. Tyler Kuhn is the shortstop. Ray Sadler is in left field. Reggie Abercrombie in center. Donnie Webb is in right field. And Jordan Guida does the catching for the right-hander, Matt Jackson, 6'4", 195 pounds, 26 years old from Houghton, Louisiana. Here's Palmer Carr Jr., the right-handed slugger, 9th in the league in batting at .347. And he takes a fastball just low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Carr, 4 home runs, tied for 6th in the league. And he has 15 runs batted in. The right-hand batter holds the bat high up. The pitch, and that's a fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Base is empty and 2 outs. Mojica fly to center. Pickney grounds down to second. Jackson hoping for a quick inning. He goes to the windup and the 1-1 to Carr. Swinging a high fly ball out to center. Drifting back is Abercrombie. He's got it lined up. Abercrombie to his left. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Middle of the first at Shaw Park. It's the AirHogs 0, and the Goldeyes coming to bat on Jewel 101.
Hi, this is Ivan Saper, owner of Saper Agencies. We offer personal, business, automobile, and travel health insurance. But it's how we sell that makes us different. We strive to remain on the cutting edge of technology and product innovations. We promise you quick, efficient, and effective solutions and 100% satisfaction. See us today, and we'll find you the right solution at the right price. Remember, your best insurance policy is our experience.
Saper Agencies, 2188 McPhillips. Call 694-6787.
Go to bostonpizza.com and finger cook a meal the whole family will love. Don't waste your precious time cooking when you don't have to. We know you've got more important things to do, like watching sports highlights, stopping your kids from bumping into stuff, or simply taking a break from napping. And with over 100 menu items to choose from, everyone can get exactly what they want. To order, call 925-4111 or finger cook today at bostonpizza.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
No score, bottom half of the first inning. Matt Jackson with a 1-2-3 top half. We'll take a look at today's starting lineup for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, managed by Rick Forney, who is in his 9th year. Tyler Kuhn is the shortstop and leading off. Jake Blackwood is at second base and batting second. Ray Sadler is the left fielder hitting third. Luis Allen is the DH and batting cleanup. Reggie Abercrombie is in center field batting 5th. Donnie Webb is the right fielder hitting 6th. Josh Mazzola is at third base batting 7th. Casey Harther is the first baseman hitting 8th. And Jordan Guida is the catcher and batting 9th. On the mound this morning for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, rookie left-hander Sean Spainhoward. He's made 5 starts, 0-3 with an ERA of 7.54. He's worked 22 2/3 innings, allowed 32 hits. He's only walked 8, and he has struck out 12. Opponents hitting .352 against Sean Spainhoward in his true rookie season, just 24 years of age. He'll go to work against Tyler Kuhn, Jake Blackwood, and Ray Sadler. Spainhoward is looking for his first career victory, and the AirHogs are looking for their first victory at all in any of the 5 starts, and today being the 6th, made by the 24-year-old left-hander. Tyler Kuhn, 3 more hits last night, his 13th multi-hit game of 2014. Kuhn enters today 2nd in the league in batting average at .369. No homers and 7 runs batted in. He had a couple more hits against the left-hand pitcher Brandon Vargas last night. Today, Kuhn will face another lefty. He is 9 for 17 against left-hand pitching this year, a .529 average. Kuhn, a left-hand batter, slightly open stance. Corners pinching in. Burns at third and Rodriguez at first. Spainhoward from the windup, and the first pitch, fastball down low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Kuhn tied for 2nd in the league in batting with Nate Sampson, the former Goldeyes shortstop. Travis Denker bidding for an early Triple Crown season. He leads the league at .374. Fastball on the outside half of the knees, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Entering today, Denker leads the league in average, home runs, and runs batted in. Now, it's still less than a month into the year, but worth noting there has never been a Triple Crown winner in the American Association. The 1-1, Kuhn grounds it foul. It skips off a player inside the AirHogs dugout and then into the seats. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kuhn 3 hits last night, scored twice, both times driven in on doubles by Jake Blackwood. Blackwood waits on deck. Kuhn holds the bat back. Spainhoward winds, and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, and it's on the outside corner, strike 3 call. A bit of a lower strike call from Hank Lemoyne, and there's 1 man down in the bottom half of the first. Defensively today for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, Andres Rodriguez at first base. Brandon Pickney is at second. Matthew Burns is at third. Jimmy Mojica is the shortstop. Palmer Carr Jr. is in left field. Eric Baker in center. Michael Herr is in right field. And Mitch Abeda makes his first appearance of this series. He is behind the plate for the lefty Sean Spainhoward. Jake Blackwood at the plate. He had 3 hits last night. And the first pitch, fastball low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Spainhoward, 6'2", 185 pounds, a 24-year-old left-hander from St. Peters, Missouri. No score, bottom half of the first inning. Here's the windup for the left-hander. And the 1-0 pitch. Changeup outside and low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Blackwood's hit safely in 6 in a row, 10 for 28 during that stretch. A .357 average with 5 runs scored and 4 runs batted in. A right-hand batter, slightly close stance. Swinging a ground ball the other way. Pickney dives, can't get it. Base hit through to right field. And Jake Blackwood extends the hitting streak to 7 in a row. A ground ball single just past the dive of Brandon Pickney at second base. That'll give Ray Sadler a chance with a runner on first and 1 man down. The Goldeyes wearing the traditional home whites with Goldeyes in red script underlined on the front. Names and numbers in red on the backs of the uniforms. Matching white pants, no trim. And today the Goldeyes wear the all-red caps. AirHogs have changed their uniform tops. They are wearing the all-red jerseys. AirHogs printed on the front side. Black trim underneath the arms and across the sleeves. Numbers in black, no names in the back. Rolled gray pants, and they have the pinwheel style caps. Ray Sadler takes the changeup down low from Sean Spainhoward. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Goldeyes for the first time this year facing a left-hand starter on a back-to-back day. Last night they hit well against Brandon Vargas, got him for 6 runs on 9 hits over 6 frames. Goldeyes are 3-1 this year when facing a left-handed starting pitcher. Blackwood on first to shortly. The pitch, fastball high and outside, 2-0. We'll keep an eye here on the pickoff move of Sean Spainhoward. Spainhoward, a lefty, and we talked about it during On the Rubber in the pregame show that many lefties do have good and deceptive pickoff moves. Spainhoward, though, unconventional in the sense that he holds the ball in his bare hand and will snap it from off the rubber. Fastball taken high and outside, 3 balls and no strikes. He has yet to throw over against Jake Blackwood. Spainhoward making his 6th start of the year. And for Sean Spainhoward, it is his 3rd start on the road. Blackwood 0 for 1 in steals, held by Andres Rodriguez at first base, a right-handed defender. Spainhoward comes set. And the pitch. Fastball knee high on the outside half. 3 balls and 1 strike. Today's umpires, Hank Lemoyne is behind the plate. Sean Hicks is at first. And Marty Bauer is at third base. Spainhoward pretty much working off the center of the rubber. Ray Sadler, a right-hand bat. And the pitch by Spainhoward. Line drive, shallow left. That'll drop in for a base hit. Blackwood goes to second. Ray Sadler able to pull a changeup to left field. And Winnipeg is first and second and 1 man down for Luis Allen. Allen had a 9-game hitting streak snap last night. He is still batting .400 over his last 13 games with 12 runs batted in during that stretch. He's 17th overall in the league in average right now at .325. No homers and 14 runs batted in. Blackwood is on second, Sadler on first. Temperature right now at 14 degrees Celsius, 57 Fahrenheit. Humidity of 48% and 21 km/h winds coming out of the northwest. It is very bright and sunny though, making the temperature feel a little bit warmer. And there is still plenty of time to come out if you're listening at work or around the downtown area. Catch the remainder of this game between the Goldeyes and the AirHogs. 2 on and 1 out, bottom half of the first inning. Luis Allen 5 out of 17 this year against left-hand pitchers, a .294 average. Outfield a half step the other way against Allen, who is a right-hand batter. The pitch, fastball, that's on the outside corner at the knees, and it's no balls and 1 strike. No score bottom of the first, but an early threat here for Winnipeg. They got on the board in the first inning last night. In fact, they did it just 2 batters into the game. Kuhn singled and Blackwood drove him in with a double. Goldeyes hoping for a similar start here in this morning's contest. The runners lead first and second. Middle infield hoping for 2. A look towards second, and the 0-1 to Allen. He swings and pops it up left side. Infield fly rule has been invoked. The third baseman Burns coming in. Mojica calls him off. Mojica makes the catch for good measure. Allen was automatically out in the infield fly. So now there's 2 away, and that will bring up Reggie Abercrombie. Abercrombie, a right-handed batter, .243 in the year. Tied for 6th in the league with 4 home runs. He has 14 RBIs. He had a 6-game hitting streak snap last night, but Reggie over his last 12 games, 15 for 49, a .306 average with 8 runs batted in during that stretch. Blackwood on second, Sadler on first, and 2 men down. No score, bottom of the first inning. The Goldeyes' second School Kids Day of 2014. Another great crowd on hand. The first pitch by Spain Howard. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with a fastball a little bit high. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. Hitters overall are batting .352 against Spain Howard this season. He's had a little more success against the righties. Lefties batting .412 against Sean Spain Howard this year. Righties still a healthy .338. 2 on and 2 out, bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch, line the other way, foul, and that'll reach the crowd. It's 0-2. Good swing by Reggie Abercrombie on a fastball clocked at just 81 miles an hour on the radar gun here at Shaw Park. Blackwood on second, he singled earlier in the frame. Sadler at a single to left field, he's on first. Spain Howard bends in to get the sign from Mitch Abeta, who, like Vince DeFazio, is a very good defensive catcher. Abeta flashes out the sign. And the 0-2 pitch. And it's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. So Spain Howard strikes out 2 and gets around a couple of singles. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on base. End of 1 at Shaw Park. No score on Jewel 101.
Cheers to the NSA slow pitch team whose uniforms are not uniform at all. Cheers to the times where more prep goes into playing after the game than playing in it. Cheers to the team who carries the cooler to the bench first and then maybe goes back to the van for the bats, balls, and gloves. Cheers from the Bud family, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Light Lime. Proud sponsors of your Winnipeg Goldeyes and every NSA slow pitch team in Winnipeg. Go get 'em!
The Winnipeg Goldeyes make dreams come true by providing live baseball experiences to charities, nonprofit groups, and inner-city programs. Now with the Goldeyes Community Zone, even more memories are available to be made. For group tickets, contact the Goldeyes at 982-BASE. These seats are made possible through generous donations from the Community Zone partners. So from the Winnipeg Goldeyes and Community Zone recipients, thank you Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries, BFI Canada, Boeing Canada Operations, Labatt Manitoba, John Henry Creations, and Murray Chevrolet.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of your pills. Now, more than ever, we need you to help stop the abuse. Last year, thousands of Canadian parents helped us return 44 tons of drugs. It's a good start, but we all need to do more. Return all unused prescription drugs to your pharmacy. Do it now. Save our kids. Visit CanadaDrugFree.org to find out how. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Canada.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Help support the Winnipeg Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation by purchasing a Path of Dreams sidewalk brick, and your name will go down in history. Literally. Personalized bricks located on the walkway to Shaw Park are a unique way to honor loved ones, promote businesses and organizations, or celebrate a special event. For more information on how to purchase your Path of Dreams sidewalk brick, call the Goldeyes office at 982-BASE. Top of the second, no score. Sean Spain Howard got around a couple of singles. It's 4, 5, and 6 to up for the AirHogs. Jason Botts, Andres Rodriguez, and Michael Herr. Botts will bat left-handed to begin the game for the first time in the series, with the Goldeyes throwing out 2 lefties on Tuesday and Wednesday. Botts having a good year. The first pitch by Jackson, fastball low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Botts at .286 this year, tied for 6th in the American Association with 4 home runs. He has 12 runs batted in and has hit safely in his last 6 in a row. 7 for 25 during the 6-game streak. 1-0 pitch, and that's inside with a fastball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Matt Jackson drafted by the San Diego Padres out of the University of South Alabama. A 31st round pick in 2009, and twice would reach AAA Tucson. Fastball low and away. It's now 3-0 on Jason Botts, who has walked 10 times on the year. Good on-base percentage at .358. And for a guy with such great power, he's only struck out 18 times in 26 games. Swings at a 3-0 pitch and pops it up. Mazzola in a foul ground, hoping for a play by the dugout, reaching, and the wind took hold. It'll bounce out in front. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. So Botts on 3-0. Try to get it His arms extended a fastball away from Matt Jackson. He popped it up. And the wind, which is blowing hard, much the way it did last night, from left across to right field. Now one just beyond the reach of Josh Mazzola. 21 kilometers per hour out of the northwest. Jackson winds. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive foul over the stands to the left side, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. This has been Botts' stronger side, a .304 hitter as a left-hand batter this year. 4 for 19 from the right side of the plate, a .211 average. Botts drafted by the Texas Rangers, a 46th round pick in 1999. Jackson winds. Now the 3-2. Line drive down the left field line. This one slicing foul. And it lands about 5 rows back just to the left of the Goldeyes bullpen. So it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jason Botts in his 14th year of professional baseball. He had some time in Mexico a couple of years ago. A lifetime .295 hitter in the minor leagues. He swings and grounds one out to short, one hopper, fielded by Tyler Kuhn. Slings it over to first, plenty of time to get Jason Botts. And there's one away to start the top half of the second. Hey fans, next time you're at a Goldeyes game, bring along a non-perishable food item for donation to Winnipeg Harvest. Collection bins are located at every ballpark entrance. Peak of the Market and the Goldeyes encourage all listeners to help those in need. Andres Rodriguez stepping to the plate, a right-handed batter. Rodriguez, .219 on the year with a homer and 15 RBIs, looking to return to his usual form. First pitch, fastball, and it's taken low, 1 ball and no strikes. After an 0 for last night, Rodriguez now 2 for 30 in his last 9 games played with 12 strikeouts. He got off to a good start. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a line drive towards right center, slicing away from Abercrombie, spreading over. Abercrombie dives, and he can't get it just off his glove. And safe at first is Andres Rodriguez. Hope that Abercrombie is okay, completely laid out for that ball. Now Stephen Wadey, the Goldeyes trainer, will emerge from the dugout along with manager Rick Forney. Abercrombie lunging at that ball to his left and hit the grass hard. Almost came up with a spectacular catch. Abercrombie's able to get to his feet under his own power. Still looks to be a little shaken up. But it looks like Reggie will be all right as Stephen Wadey will get to the outfield to take a look. So a single for Andres Rodriguez. And that puts a runner on first with 1 down. First base runner today for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, Michael Herr, the right fielder, will be the scheduled hitter with a scoreless game in the top half of the second. Reggie is still bent over just a bit. Donnie Webb, Stephen Wadey taking a look in right center field at Shaw Park. Rodriguez hit that off the end of the bat, but he has good power, and the ball began to slice towards right center field. Abercrombie was at full speed when he made that diving attempt. And Abercrombie not quite sure if he had just kind of got the wind knocked out of him or nicked up a specific part of his body, diving to the left side. So Wadey examining the Goldeyes center fielder. Reggie, an all-out type of player. And it looks like he might still need a few more seconds to try and get everything back together in center field. Meanwhile, Rodriguez is on first. He'll be held by Casey Arthur, a right-handed defender. It's no runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The in-game line score brought to you by Culligan Water. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water has been locally owned and operated since 1956, serving Winnipeg and the surrounding areas. Contact them at drinkculligan.com. So Abercrombie looks like he's good enough to stay in the ballgame. Rick Forney and Stephen Wadey jog back to the Goldeyes dugout on the third base side. Michael Herr, a right-hand batter, stepping to the plate. Having a good year, .284 with a home run and 10 runs batted in. He took a rare 0 for last night. He's hit safely in 16 of 22 games. And he will need a hit at some point today to avoid going back-to-back games without a hit for the first time in 2014. They're a good all-around player. Has a strong arm in right field. 4 assists on the year, tied for second most in the league. Rodriguez, a very slow runner. And the first pitch to Michael Herr. It's a slider taken just outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Rodriguez, a very short lead on first. Has not attempted a stolen base this season. Eric Baker, the center fielder, is waiting on deck. 1-on-1 out top of the second. Jackson delivers. Fastball taken just low and inside. And the count 2-0 on Michael Herr. Herr hitting .273 against right-handed pitching this year. Andres Rodriguez last season attempted Only one steal, and he was caught while playing for the AirHogs. Swinging a pop-up foul off to the right side, 2 balls and 1 strike. And in the last 3 years combined, he has attempted only 2 stolen bases, going 1 for 2. Infield is pulled to the left side a bit against Michael Hurd. Josh Mazzola is halfway at 30s, a step near the line. Tyler Kuhn covering the hole. And Jake Blackwood is shaded towards the second base bag. Jackson from below the belt. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball low and inside. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Game 1 of the series against the Saints will be tomorrow evening at 7:05. Kyle Anderson will take on right-hander Nick Barnesi. Rodriguez leading off first. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Chased a fastball down low. An aggressive cut by Michael Hurd. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hurd in 22 games has only struck out 11 times. So while Rodriguez is an extremely slow runner at first, we'll see if Brian Myro puts him in motion with a full count and 1 away. Jackson comes set. Runner goes. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the left. Backhanded by Kuhn. He's got to go to first. Makes the throw in time to get Hurd. And there's 2 men down. So the AirHogs stay out of the double play, putting Andres Rodriguez in motion. Good job by Michael Hurd to at least make contact. And that'll put Rodriguez in scoring position with 2 men down. Eric Baker, who had the best offensive night for the Grand Prairie AirHogs against Nick Hernandez in last night's game, steps to the plate. Baker was the only AirHog to reach multiple times. He had 2 hits and a walk and 3 trips to the plate. So Rodriguez on second and 2 men down, following the ground ball to shortstop. Eric Baker is a right-hand batter. Jackson checks back. Rodriguez getting a big lead. The pitch, fastball on the inside half for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Baker 278, no home runs, and 8 runs batted in. A true rookie out of Rogers State University, one of 3 Hillcats alumni that are currently playing for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The 0-1 from Jackson, hit foul off to the right side, and the count goes to 0-2. He is 2 for 6 this year, with 2 outs and men in scoring position. Batting .286 overall with runners in scoring position, which is a good sign to see from a true rookie player. Hasn't put a ton of pressure on himself. He's driven in 8 runs overall. Now, it's no guarantee that Rodriguez, even with 2 outs, could score from second on a single. He's trying to get as big a lead as possible. Goldeyes have some strong arms in the outfield from left to right. Jackson steps back of the rubber. Sadler, a good arm in left. Remember, he's played mostly right field over the last number of years. Abercrombie's got a good arm. And Donnie Webb has a very good arm in right field. Right-hand pitcher, right-hand batter, 0-2 the count on Eric Baker. No score, top of the second. Jackson is ready. And the pitch. Fastball line towards shallow right, coming on Donnie Webb. Reaches down, slides, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Great play by Donnie Webb. A line drive that may have been tugged by the wind. Webb charged in, caught it, went into a slide, and held on to save a run. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. Middle of the second at Shaw Park. No score on Jewel 101.
When's the last time your bank gave you a great big kiss when you walked through the door?
Excuse me?
That's what they do at Sonova Credit Union. Their DOG, you know, Director of Greetings, is a St. Bernard who welcomes all members.
Wow, can he schedule appointments too?
No need. At Sonova, you don't need an appointment, ever. Drop by whenever works for you. Bank brighter with Sonova Credit Union at one of their 11 branches throughout Manitoba, with convenient 7 days a week service in Winnipeg. The Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel is dedicated to making your stay as easy and carefree as possible. With over 8,000 square feet of meeting space and 213 guest rooms, the Best Western Plus can accommodate events large and small. Their on-site catering team and event planners offer customized menu options and expert service. Book your next corporate event, wedding, or conference at the Best Western Plus Winnipeg Airport Hotel, 1715 Wellington Avenue, or call 204-786-0687 for more information.
Going on vacation can be exciting.
Woo! Bon voyage, Winnipeg!
But when you're miles away from Winnipeg, the last thing you want to worry about is the security of your home. That's why Commissionaires Manitoba offers a house watch service. They'll do an interior and exterior patrol of your property, bring in your mail, remove snow from your car, even water your plants. Don't leave your house to chance. Leave it to the Commissionaires. Go to commissionaires.mb.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Come celebrate your birthday Goldeyes style. Partygoers receive a souvenir hot dog, potato chips, and soft drink, plus birthday cake and mini donuts to enjoy in the stands, courtesy of Little Orbit's Mini Donuts. The guest of honor also receives a birthday card, Goldeyes baseball, photo with Goldie, happy birthday, PA announcement during the game, and more. Parties are just $16 per person based on a minimum of 10 guests. Call the Goldeyes office at 982 base to book your next birthday bash. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Winnipeg. No score, bottom of the second. Donnie Webb, Josh Mazzola, and Casey Harther against the rookie left-hander Sean Spainhoward. Donnie Webb, a switch hitter, will bat right-handed. For the year, .289, 2 homers, and 14 runs batted in. He is 5 for 18 against left-handers, hitting a very solid .278. Spainhoward from the windup. Corners play halfway, first and third. The pitch, fastball, catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Sean Spainhoward trying to help the AirHogs get back into contention in the South Division. Grand Prairie 10-16 beginning today, 7.5 out of first place. Fastball misses inside, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitch Abeda doing the catching. Mitch, and he's very good defensively. He's in the league for a second time in the last 3 years. Was with Amarillo in 2012. Webb swings, loops one shallow right, tough play. Out goes Pickney, reaching, can't get it. It's in for a base hit, and the Goldeyes have the leadoff man on. Donnie Webb poked one off the end of his bat. Rodriguez doesn't have a ton of range at first, and the ball is taken by the wind beyond the reach of Brandon Pickney, who is sprinting out to the left, his left, towards the right field line. And the Goldeyes have a runner on first and nobody out. Donnie Webb a threat to go, 8 for 10 in steals this year. The 8 stolen bases are tied for 6th most in the league. Again, I'll see if Sean Spainhoward tries to use that deceptive pickoff move. He didn't do it when Blackwood was on first in the bottom half of the first inning. Webb's got a shorter lead than usual, trying to gauge that delivery. Swinging a foul off to the right. First pitch to Josh Mazzola, and it's 0-1. Mazzola up to .223 in the year, 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. He is 10 for 26 now over his last 7 games, hitting .385 during that stretch. Mazzola 2 for 4 last night, right-hand batter wide open stance. And Spainhoward delivers. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. It's 0-2. Not only does Spainhoward have a good pickoff move, Abeda strong arm behind the plate. He threw out 38% of base runners in the American Association in 2012 while catching for the Sox. That ranks 2nd best in the league. 1 on and nobody out. The 0-2 pitch, fastball, and it's a called strike 3 over the inside corner. Mazzola thought that was in. Hank Lemoyne rings him up. There have been 3 strikeouts now for Sean Spainhoward. They've all come and called third strikes. Hank Lemoyne has shown what appears to be a wider and lower strike zone. So there's 1 man down, and that'll bring up Casey Harther. Abeda's thrown at 33% of base runners in his 6-year professional career. Harther red hot, 7 for 9 in the series, and he takes a fastball just outside, 1 ball and 0 strikes. Harther is now 4th in the league in hitting at .364. He has 3 home runs and 12 runs batted in. In the first multi-homer game for a Goldeyes player last night, a 3-run shot in the 2nd and a solo shot in the 6th. And they've got Webb picked off, went on first movement. Rodriguez throws to second, sliding is Webb, and he's safe at second base. Donnie Webb beats the pickoff play. He took off in first movement. Spainhoward threw to first, but Rodriguez, it took him a little while to make that throw to the shortstop, Jimmy Mohican. He threw it high, so Donnie Webb will slide into second with his 9th stolen base of the year. Now a runner on second base and 1 man down. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Casey Harther. .417 against lefties this year, 5 for 12. And a .298 career average against left-hand pitching. Swinging a foul off to the right side that'll reach the crowd. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the AirHogs. We're in the bottom half of the second. Goldeyes trying to strike first. Winnipeg this year, when scoring first, a record of 12-2. They are actually close to 500 when the opposition scores first, 5-7. And it's typically much better than most teams will fare when giving up the first run. Fastball high and away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike, and much of that has to do with this deep offense. The Goldeyes 1 through 9, no easy outs, and collectively the offense has come together in the month of June. They're hitting .310, and they have felt the Goldeyes go 7-3 since the start of the month. On deck is Jordan Guida getting the start beyond the plate. The pitch is lashed foul to the right. That'll travel over the first base stands over the roof at Shaw Park, and the count is 2-2 on Casey Arthur. Arthur 7 for 9 in this series, 3 homers, 7 driven in, including 5 last night. Donnie Webb, very good speed, is on second base. Palmer Carr Jr. not a strong arm in left. Baker about an average arm in center. Herr's got a very good arm in right field. Infield is back in a half step to the left. Spainhauer delivers. Line shot, base hit into left field. Donnie Webb's going to be waved around by Rick Forney. Throw to the plate coming by Palmer Carr Jr. It's cut off, and Webb will slide in with the game's first run. And the Goldeyes lead 1-0 in the bottom half of the second. Casey Arthur comes through again with an RBI single to left, his 13th run batted in this year. And the Goldeyes manufacture a run after the Webb single and stolen base. Casey Arthur now 8 for 10 in this series. Well, Palmer Carr Jr. did make a fairly strong throw from left field. It was a hard-hit single. And surprisingly, Matthew Burns cut it off with no other runners coming around. Don't know if they would have had a clear shot at Donnie Webb, but it certainly would have been a close play. But a moot point with Burns cutting that throw up on the infield. Now Arthur is on first with 1 down for Jordan Guida. The first pitch, fastball high and outside, back pick by Abeda at first. And Arthur gets back standing up with that attack from Andres Rodriguez. 1 ball and no strikes on Jordan Guida. 10 for 29 this year in 11 games, hitting .345 with a homer and 6 driven in. He's a right-handed batter. 0 for 3 against lefties this year. Hits one foul over the screen to the right. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Goldeyes lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second. Casey Arthur with a line drive single to left field. A good swing against Sean Spainhauer, who has now allowed 4 base hits. Coming into this start, he had given up 32 hits in 22 2/3 innings pitched. The pitch, swinging a high fly ball, shallow center. Moving in the center fielder, Eric Baker. Baker reaches up and makes the catch. And there's 2 men down in the bottom half of the second. So it's back to the top of the order now. Tyler Kuhn 0 for 1. He took a call, 3rd strike. 1 of 3 that Hank Lemoyne's rung up for the Goldeyes over the first couple of innings. And like the one in Josh Mazzola, it did look a little bit away. Kuhn, a left-handed batter. He's hit safely in 21 of 26 games this year. And he has reached base with a hit walker hit by pitch in 24 out of 26. The first pitch, swinging a number left side. It's along the line. It's going to go foul. Abeda will glove it in foul territory to prevent a chance at an infield single. And that's probably what would have happened had that ball stayed fair. Kuhn was about 3/4 of the way to first by the time Abeda got his glove on that ball. So it's 0-1. Casey Arthur goes back to first base. Goldeyes Baseball is presented to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with MTS. 1-0 Goldeyes in the bottom half of the second. A runner on first base and 2 men down. 0-1 on the left-hand batter, Tyler Kuhn. The outfield is shallow and straight away with the wind blowing out towards right. Here's the pitch. Fastball. That's taken low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler Kuhn entered this season a .295 career hitter in 6 professional seasons. And over those first 6 years, he has made the postseason in some form 5 times. Goldeyes hope that trend continues in 2014. A 1-1 pitch. Fastball just outside and low. It's 2 balls and a strike. Kuhn helped the AAA Reno Aces, the Arizona Diamondbacks, Pacific Coast League affiliate, not only win the Pacific Coast League 2 years ago, but they won the AAA World Series over the International League champion Pawtucket Red Sox. The 2-1, low and outside, 3 balls and a strike. So we'll see if Arthur takes off 3-1 with 2 men down. Tyler Kuhn with as good an eye as anyone on the Goldeyes roster, 12 walks. He entered today tied for 8th in the league and on base percentage at .431. 1-0 Winnipeg, last of the second. Spainhauer off the center of the rubber. The lefty is set, 3-1 pitch, and it's a fastball called strike on the outside corner, 3-2. Now Casey Arthur will get an automatic start with a full count and 2 men down. Jake Blackwood is waiting on deck. Goldeyes as a team, we mentioned they're 3-1 now in facing a left-handed starting pitcher. They're hitting .324 overall against lefties. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch. Little looper, shallow center coming on as Baker won't get it. It's in for a base hit. Arthur turns second. He'll get to third base standing up. And the Goldeyes have runners on the corners with 2 men down for Jake Blackwood. Tyler Kuhn not trying to do too much. Looked like a changeup over the outside half from Sean Spainhoward. And Kuhn was able to poke it in a shallow center field. And since Harther took off in the full count, he goes first to third. And Jake Blackwood, who singled through the right side, a chance to add to the Goldeyes' 1-0 lead. Blackwood now 7 for 17 this year against lefties. He leads Winnipeg with 19 runs batted in. Those are tied for 10th in the American Association. And Kuhn is a base running threat on first. Arthur on third, Kuhn on first. Kuhn 3 for 3 in stolen bases. And the Goldeyes already have 5 base hits against the 24-year-old rookie Sean Spainhoward, who will try and limit the damage. A run is home in the inning on the RBI single from Casey Arthur. Mitch Abeda steps in front of the plate and flashes out the first and third defense. Outfield playing Blackwood and medium depth and a couple steps towards left field. Third baseman Matthew Burns initially started in. Now he's going to back up to usual depth against the right-hand batter. Spainhoward delivers, and it's a breaking ball low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 76 miles an hour. Sean Spainhoward, as a senior at Rogers State last year, went 8-5 with a 2.20 ERA. He was 11-2 as a junior in 2012. The 1-0 pitch hit foul off to the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. He posted a 2.72 ERA and helped the Hillcats, along with Brandon Vargas and Eric Baker, get to the NAIA World Series. That national championship was won by Jordan Gaida and Tennessee Wesleyan in 2012. The NAIA World Series always hosted by Lewis and Clark State College in Idaho. The 1-1, swinging a high chopper toward short. Mojica reaches down, and he boots the ball. Harther will score. Kuhn goes to second, and the Goldeyes have a 2-0 lead in the bottom half of the second inning. That was a tough play against the Sun. Mojica charged in. He tried to pick it on a short hop, but it looked like he brought his glove up too quick. It snuck behind him, and they will score that. An error on Jimmy Mojica. So Mojica is charged with his second error of this series. That one really just a physical error. The Sun bright. He charged in. It was going to be a tough throw over to first base. Winnipeg leads by a score of 2-0. And that brings up Ray Sadler with first and second and 2 men down. No RBI for Jake Blackwood. Ray Sadler swings through a fastball away, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. Mojica committed more of a mental error in the ball game Monday, which certainly played a role in costing the AirHogs the game. I mean, the very soft throw that sailed away from Andres Rodriguez in the second and allowed Josh Mazzola to reach. And the Goldeyes would end up winning by a run. Swing and a miss at a changeup away. No balls and 2 strikes. The Goldeyes have scored twice in the inning. The RBI single by Casey Arthur. And Jimmy Mojica charged with an error at shortstop. Kuhn on second. Blackwood is on first with 2 men down. Ray Sadler single to left field his first time up. The left-hander comes set. And the 0-2 to Sadler. He swings, pops it up, foul beyond the plate. Abeda with a mask off, might have a chance. In front of the screen, Abeda reaches, makes the 2-handed grab. Nice play by Abeda, and the inning is over. Winnipeg gets 2 runs. There were 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. And at the end of 2 at Shaw Park, it's the Goldeyes 2 and the AirHogs 0 on Jewel 101.
Here's the pitch, and it's a grand slam! Here they come! Cans, juice boxes, glass and plastic bottles, into the bin!
The Winnipeg Goldeyes and Recycle Everywhere want you to swing for the fences and recycle all your empty beverage containers. They're full of potential and have thousands of uses beyond the landfill. Step up to the plate and pitch your drink containers into a recycling bin. Whether you're at home, work, school, or the ballpark, remember to recycle everywhere.
At MTS, we know there are lots of things that can keep you awake at night. But worrying about internet overage charges shouldn't be one of them. With MTS, you get unlimited internet on all our personal plans. So you never have to think about how much data you're using and how much it's going to cost you. Surf, download, and stream all you want for as low as $20 a month for the first 3 months and rest easy. Conditions apply. Visit your nearest MTS Connect store for details.
The Stars are coming to Shaw Park this summer as the Winnipeg Goldeyes host the first ever 2-day American Association All-Star celebrations. July 28th and 29th, catch all the action. skills competition, home run derby, parties and autograph sessions, all-star luncheon featuring Fergie Jenkins, and of course, the All-Star Game.
Play ball!
Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Goldeyes.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Get your group of 25 or more together for a Goldeyes game. Our group packages suit everyone from a family gathering to the team at work that wants to share in the experience of exciting Goldeyes baseball. These packages are full of benefits just for your group. Seating is available in all areas of Shaw Park. Call our group department at 982-BASE and let one of our event experts look out for the details of your next outing. Don't forget to ask about our group picnic packages or the Goldeyes patio deck. 2-0 Winnipeg. We get on the top of the third. Goldeyes got an RBI single from Casey Arthur and scratched out an unearned run on an error charge to Jimmy Mojica at short. Mitch Abeta, in his first appearance of the series, will lead things off. Abeta 5 for 29 in limited action this year, 10 games played. A 172 average, no homers, and 1 run batted in. He had struck out in 8 consecutive ball games before breaking that streak on Sunday in the doubleheader against Wichita. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Abeta, though, usually a very strong hitter. He had good numbers for the Sox a couple of years ago. He had 260 with 5 homers and 33 driven in just 49 games played. Fastball, and that's just a bit high and outside. Not a bad pitch by Jackson. It's 1-1. That looked right around the letters. Abeta, a right-hand batter. That's great production out of the catching position. 5 homers, 33 RBIs in that shorter period. He swings and lines with a short, and it's caught by a leaping Kuhn. One man down here at the top of the third. Tyler Kuhn climbs the Paul Edmonds 8-foot stepladder over at shortstop and takes away a potential leadoff single from Mitch Abeta. That was hit very hard, so not a lot of time to react, and it was also well over the shoulder of Tyler Kuhn, but shows off some good ups. And there's one away to begin the top half of the third with Matthew Burns stepping to the plate. Burns, a right-hand batter. Another true rookie, along with Eric Baker, the center fielder. Burns on the season 1 for 19 in 13 games. Bluff to bunt, pulls back, and it's a breaking ball in the inside half for a strike. And the count is 0-1. No homers and no runs batted in. 2-0 Goldeyes in the top half of the third. Matt Jackson looking to improve to 4-2 on the season. Today is his 6th start of the year. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Jackson has made 5 career starts at Shaw Park going back to last season. 1-1 with a 4.50 ERA. From the windup, here's the 0-2 pitch to Burns. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He got him. And there's 2 men down. Matt Jackson fans, Matthew Burns, his first strikeout today. That first strikeout is brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro reminds you to be safe around electricity. 1 strike and you're out. 2-0 Goldeyes. We go to the top of we're in the top half of the third. We had 2 outs and nobody on base, and it's back to the top of the order now for Jimmy Mojica, who is 0 for 1. He had a good at-bat. Flied out to center field, and a nice running play by Reggie Abercrombie on the 7th pitch. The right-hand batter in the pitch on the way. Fastball letter high for a strike. And the count is 0-1. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. AirHogs will travel to Sioux City after today's game. 3 games set against the X's beginning tomorrow. The pitch, slider low and outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Winnipeg, of course, will stay home for 3. They'll open a series tomorrow against the Saints. Monday will be a very long travel day. And then it's 10 games in the Can-Am League beginning Tuesday night in New Jersey. The 1-1 of Mojica. Ground ball towards third. Nice backhand stop by Mazzola. Pops up from beneath. Throws to first and plenty of time to get Mojica. And the inning is over. A couple of nice defensive plays in the third by the Goldeyes. And Matt Jackson has a 1-2-3. Top of the third inning. Nothing across. Middle of the third here in Winnipeg. It's 2-0 Goldeyes and Jewel 101.
Most days, you can predict what life's going to throw at you.
He's 2 for 2 at bat so far today.
But every once in a while...
Strike! Oh, he did not see that coming.
When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance, putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
Step into Cub Bakery and you'll feel like you've come home. Cub Bakery, the oldest rye bread bakery in the city, has been making Winnipeg-style rye bread using virtually the same recipe since 1923. But they make so much more than their signature rye. Pick up fresh hearth and pan breads, pastries, and buns, all baked with care to ensure you and your family enjoy only the highest of quality. One taste and you'll understand why they're a Winnipeg tradition. Cub Bakery, always fresh.
Princess Auto is for the real men. Men who like to get their hands dirty. Men who like to work from the ground up and use the best tools and equipment for the job. Real do-it-yourself men who know an air filter from a fuel pump. Men who walk into Princess Auto and feel like a kid in a candy store. Princess Auto. Everything a man needs to get the job done right. A unique world of equipment, tools, and more. Visit PrincessAuto.com for sales, specials, and more.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Jewel 101.
Help support the Winnipeg Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation with a K's for Kids program. All you have to do is pledge an amount that you will donate towards the Field of Dreams Foundation every time a Goldeyes pitcher records a home strikeout during the 2014 season. You can fill out a pledge form at goldeyes.com or at the Fan Services booth at Shaw Park. Last year, Goldeyes pitchers struck out 373 batters at home, meaning a pledge of just 5 cents per strikeout would have contributed $18.65. At the end of the season, we'll add up all the Goldeyes strikeouts, and the Field of Dreams Foundation will send you an invoice, or if you wish, we can charge your credit card for the amount pledged. For more information about the K's for Kids program, visit goldeyes.com. Luis Allen leads off the bottom half of the third with the Goldeyes leading 2-0. Fouls the first pitch off from Sean Spainhoward over the screen beyond the plate. Allen, Abercrombie, and Webb 4, 5, and 6. The 0-1 pitch hit foul off to the right side. And the count 0-2. And the Goldeyes DH Luis Allen, one of 8 different players who have started at DH this season for Winnipeg. The only 2 who have not, Tyler Kuhn and Jake Blackwood, who have been rocks up the middle. Kuhn at shortstop and Blackwood at second base. 0-2 on Allen. Spainhauer delivers. Changeup popped up foul behind home. And it's still 0-2. Allen popped to the shortstop, Jimmy Mojica, on the infield box in the bottom half of the first inning. Winnipeg in front by 2 runs, scoring both in the bottom half of the second, trying to sweep this 3-game set from the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Outfield medium depth and straight away against Luis Allen. Now 5 for 18 against lefties on the year. Spainhauer gets the sign from Mitch Abeda. Nods in agreement. Another 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive foul outside of third, out in front of a breaking ball, 76 miles an hour. And we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Allen in his 6th year with the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Started on opening night for the 5th time in a Goldeyes uniform, tied for the 2nd most opening night starts in Goldeyes history. Another 0-2 pitch from Spainhoward. Reaches for a breaking ball, pops it at foul over the screen to the right, and it's still 0-2. Allen all-time at Shaw Park, a .317 batting average with 114 runs batted in and 202 games played. On deck is Reggie Abercrombie. Allen crowds the plate. Spainhoward gets the sign. Abeda sets up in. Another 0-2. Swinging a pop-up off the hands. That one traveling by the screen. Coming on Abeda, reaches, slides, and he can't get it as he bumps into the camera attendant just to the right of the Winnipeg Goldeyes dugout. Hope that everybody's okay there, and it looks like they are. Abeda looked like he made contact with a little tripod holding one of the house cameras here at Shaw Park. Unfortunately, the camera is still in one piece. So Allen has now at 6 foul balls in this at-bat. Every pitch has been a foul. It's still 0-2, but he's having a great battle against the left-hander Sean Spainhoward, who is now at 49 pitches in just over 2 innings. Another 0-2 to Allen. Swinging a line drive, popped up behind the mound. Coming on Spainhoward, and Spainhoward sticks his glove out and makes the catch. He saves that play for himself for the first out in the bottom half of the third. AirHogs caught a little Indecisive on the infield. Andres Rodriguez, again, not very mobile at first base, had a lumber in. He was probably the closest of the infielders to that pop-up, no more than 3 or 4 steps behind the mound. And Spainhour stuck his glove out, avoided any potential collision, and makes the catch on Luis Allen, 1 away. That'll bring up Reggie Abercrombie. 0 for 1, was called out in strikes for the final out in the bottom half of the first inning. He has driven in 8 over his last 12. A right-handed batter. Spainhour goes to the windup, and the pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball high and outside. The count is 0-1. Sean Spainhour on the year, he's only given up 1 homer coming into the start in 22 2/3 innings. Despite the higher ERA, it's really been a matter of giving up lots of hits. The 0-1 pitch on the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. Spainhour, 32 hits allowed in 22 2/3 innings entering today, and he's already given up 5 2 1/3 in this start. An opponent's batting average of .352. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom half of the third. Goldeyes lead 2-0. The 0-2 pitch to Abercrombie. Outside and low with a fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spainhour, not too different from Brandon Vargas last night. A little more size. He'll sit 81-84 with a fastball. Oh, it's a slider, sinker, and changeup as well. Here's the 1-2 to Abercrombie. Swing and a miss. Got him on a back foot slider. And there's 2 men down in the bottom half of the third. So Spainhour picks up his 4th strikeout that ties his season high at 4 strikeouts on June 2nd against Trois-Rivières, which was probably his best start of the year. He took a loss despite giving up just 3 earned runs in 6 innings. AirHogs would lose that game at home by a final of 3-1. They were swept by Les Aigues. At Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie, Texas. Winnipeg will be in Trois-Rivières next week. First pitch to Donnie Webb is a changeup on the outside corner, 0-1. But separates Spainhour a little bit from Brandon Vargas last night. Vargas typically will work away with a fastball and change. Spainhour is not afraid to come inside with the fastball. Swinging a high fly ball to right. Moving over is Michael Herr. Michael Herr is under it, makes the one-handed catch, and the Goldeyes are retired in order for the first time this afternoon. 0 across, and at the end of 3 here at Shaw Park, Winnipeg leads at 2-0 on Jewel 101.
Hey, you're looking red and shiny today.
It's just the burger sweats, babe.
That's not normal.
Nah, it's cool. I read the nutrition fact things like you said. I've got enough sodium for like 3 days.
It's easy to make the healthy choice at Jugo Juice. Jugo Juice smoothies are made with real fruit and veggies, 100% fruit juice with no added sugar, and no sorbet fillers or purees. So whatever you order, it's loaded with the good stuff. Stop by Jugo Juice at Shaw Park or Polo Park.
I'm off to the UPS store.
We don't need anything shipped.
Well, I'm getting our office printing and brochures made up, and I need some name badges and these pages laminated for our training class tomorrow.
At the UPS store?
Yeah, they do everything.
No, really, what are you shipping?
Copy, print, ship, and more at the UPS store. With their digital and wide format printing services as well as in-house graphic design services, they've got all your business needs covered. Big or small, they do it all at the UPS store.
Nothing foggy. Nothing to hide. Everything is crystal clear with Duraco windows. Duraco windows are built to last a lifetime, and they guarantee it 100% with their true lifetime warranty. Feel confident that should a seal fail, a lock break, or a weld crack, you are completely covered. A big investment should be backed big time. So know what you're getting right from the start. The choice is clear. Duraco windows. Go to Duraco.com now to book a free consultation.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball presented to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with MTS. Goldeyes lead 2-0, top of the fourth. Big bats coming up for the AirHogs. Pickney, Palmer Carr Jr. and Jason Botts, 2, 3, and 4 against Matt Jackson. He's looked good over the first 3. He's allowed only 1 base runner, and he's only thrown 40 pitches in those 3 frames. He's been helped by a few good defensive plays behind him, including 2 in the top of the third. Brandon Pickney's 0 for 1, grounded out to Jake Blackwood at second base in the top of the first inning. Right-hand batter with a slightly open stance and works very deep in the box. First pitch by Jackson, popped him up shallow center. Abercrombie lining it up, moves in a couple of steps. Reggie is underneath and makes the 2-handed catch. 1 pitch and 1 out to begin the top half of the 4th inning. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. Very light schedule in the American Association. Tonight at 6 o'clock at Newman Outdoor Field, the Redhawks and Salt Dogs resume their suspended game from last night. Lincoln leads 2-1, and they will begin playing the bottom half of the fourth. They will play the originally scheduled 9 innings. You've got to play the full 9 in a suspended game, but the regularly scheduled contest that was set for today, that will only be 7 innings long. Palmer Carr Jr. 0 for 1, fly to center in the top of the first. A right-hand batter takes a breaking ball at the knees from Matt Jackson. It's 0-1. The only other game tonight at 7:05, Wichita takes on Kansas City at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Kansas. The 0-1 pitch. Outside and low with another slider, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in Winnipeg, it's 2-0 Goldeyes over the AirHogs in the top half of the fourth. Travel day for several other clubs around the American Association. The 1-1 to Palmer Carr Jr. is a fastball down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Out of town scoreboard again brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. Base is empty and 1 out. Jason Botts waiting on deck. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball just a bit low and outside, 3 balls and a strike. Palmer Carr Jr. played for 3 different clubs last season. He started out with Sioux City, then played for Laredo, finished with the Grand Prairie AirHogs, reuniting with Ricky Van Asselberg. Swinging a high pop-up, right side of the infield. Moving in Casey Harther, onto the grass. Harther reaches up and makes the catch. Very tough to gauge the pop-ups on a bright sunny day such as this. But the Goldeyes have done a good job. That was hit high in the air by Palmer Carr Jr., and it's 2 outs and nobody on. Jason Botts now steps to the plate. Botts 0 for 1. He grounds it out to shortstop his first time up. Botts a switch hitter from the left side. Parts of 4 seasons in the major leagues, and really a great accomplishment for anyone to get to the majors, but especially when you consider that Botts was a 46th round draft pick and worked his way through the minors, drafted in 1999. It would take him 6 years, but got to the big leagues in 2005. He takes a fastball over the outside half, and it's 0-1. He had 230 in 93 major league games with 5 homers and 28 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch. Changeup on the outside corner. Good pitch by Jackson. A couple of perfect pitches away, and he's in front of Jason Botts. No balls and 2 strikes. Many of the AirHogs have joked that Botts could take on any WWE wrestler. Fastball high and away, 1-2. Listed at 6'6", 255 pounds. And maybe the strongest guy in the American Association. There are some big guys throughout the league. Think about Ian Gack of Lincoln. Breaking ball, strike 3, called in the outside corner, and the inning is over. Botts checked his swing, but Jackson gets the call from Hank Lemoyne, his 2nd strikeout today. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 3.5 completed Shaw Park. It's 2-0 Goldeyes and Jewel 101.
It's the windup, and here's the pitch. Right in the mouth.
I think he lost the tooth there.
Sure looks that way. I bet he's glad he's covered by Manitoba Blue Cross. Big dental bill there.
Just like sports, life can throw you a curveball. And while provincial health care doesn't cover ambulance rides, dental care, or all prescription drugs, Manitoba Blue Cross has coverage options to keep you in the game.
Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring.
Visit mb.bluecross.ca to find out more.
Boys never outgrow their need for toys. The toys just get bigger. Metro Center, Winnipeg's store for all things trailer, can help you take your toys anywhere you want to go. Trailers, parts, hitches, Metro Center has it all. Plus, you'll earn Air Miles reward miles with every purchase. Over 4,000 square feet of trailer parts, truck accessories, online ordering, knowledgeable staff, trailer service. Everything you need to haul your toys is at your Winnipeg trailer store. Metro Center, 620 Nairn. Visit metrotrailers.ca.
While there is no known cure for ALS, there is hope. The ALS Society of Manitoba supports families affected by ALS. Their client services coordinator works with your family to determine your needs, and the Brummett-Feasby ALS House provides 24-hour care designed to specifically meet the needs of people living with ALS, because hope is important in the lives of those affected by ALS. The ALS Society of Manitoba, they help their people every way they can. Visit alsmb.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Shaw Park. The Winnipeg Goldeyes lead the Grand Prairie AirHogs 2-0. Matt Jackson freezes Jason Botts in a called 3rd strike to finish up a 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. Trades and transactions are brought to you by Prairie Safety Surfacing. Bounces like rubber, wears like a rock. Prairie Safety Surfacing, your authorized rubber rock dealer for Manitoba. Visit them at prairiesafetysurfacing.com. Josh Mazzola leads things off against the lefty Sean Spainhoward. First pitch, change up high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Mazzola, Harder, and Goldeyes 7, 8, and 9 due up. Goldeyes aiming for a 4th consecutive win. It's either longest winning streak of the season. The 1-0 from the left-hander. Mazzola swings, lines it towards center field, coming on Baker, and Baker makes the catch. That was a good swing by Josh Mazzola. Stayed to the middle of the field, but it hung up just long enough for Eric Baker to run it down. 1 away, and that brings up Casey Harder, who got Winnipeg on the board. Another big base hit, an RBI single to left. In the bottom half of the second, Harder would later score in the error charge to Jimmy Mojica. 1 out, nobody on base. Spainhoward has retired 5 straight now since that Mojica error. And the first pitch to Harder. Change up on the inside half of the knees, and the count is 0-1. Yesterday, the Amarillo Sox let go of outfielder Jeremy Williams and right-hand pitcher Brian Oliver. They signed first baseman Kyle Nichols. The 0-1 pitch hit in the air, foul right field side out of play. It's 0-2. Nichols, a longtime veteran of independent baseball, a lot of time in affiliated ball as well. He's been well traveled in the American Association and should be a big lift for the middle of the Sox lineup. Amarillo also signed left-hand pitcher Josh Spence. Gary South Shore Whalecats officially signed right-hander Travis McGee. In addition to their bullpen, 0-2 the count on Casey Harder. Here's the pitch, hit foul off to the right side. Good cut by Harder to stay alive, reached over the plate. And a fastball from the left-hander Sean Spainhoward. It's still 0-2. Harder now 8 for 10 in this series with 8 runs batted in. Just incredible. Lefty to righty. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball grounded up the middle, and it's through to center field for a base hit. Another hit for Casey Harder. Spainhoward reached down, he tried to snag it, but once it got past the mound, it bounced over the second base bag. No chance for Mojica or Pickney to get to it, and Casey Harder, his 10th multi-hit game of the year, he's now 2 for 2. And he is now 9 for 11 in this 3-game series. Harder on first, 1 away for Jordan Guida. And a fly ball to center field that was caught by Eric Baker in the bottom half of the second. The Lincoln Salt Dogs signed infielders Luis Nunez and Anthony Viger. And the St. Paul Saints placed infielder Brandon Wyckoff on the inactive list, retroactive to June 9th. Guida swings, grounds it up the middle. Mojica dives, can't get it, base hit through to center field. Harder stops at second. Back-to-back hits from Harder and Guida. And the Winnipeg Goldeyes have first and second, and only 1 down for Tyler Kuhn. So Spainhoward had retired 5 straight, but Harder and Guida able to use the middle of the infield. That hit almost identical to that of Harder. Mojica made a diving attempt, but it bounced over his glove and just to the left of second base. Winnipeg leads 2-0, a chance to build on that lead here in the 4th. Tyler Kuhn 1 for 2. He singled to center field his last time up and is now at safely in 22 of 27 games this year. Left-hand pitcher, left-hand batter. Spainhoward delivers. Fastball on the outside half of the knees. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Tyler Kuhn from the Louisville, Kentucky area, not too. Another threat here for the Goldeyes. They've had multiple runners on in 3 of 4 innings against Sean Spainhoward, who has now allowed 7 base hits, all of which were singles. We talked about that in the last inning. That's where Spainhoward has had a tough time. He's done a good job keeping the ball in the park. The 2-1. Kuhn swings, lines it towards left center. Tough play. Baker moving over. Can't get it. It's in for a base hit. Harder will stop at third and to make sure that ball wasn't caught. Another single, and the bases are full with 1 down for Jake Blackwood. So Tyler Kuhn's now 2 for 3, and that is multi-hit game number 14 of the year. Jeff Russell, the first-year pitching coach for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, is going to go out and have a talk with the left-hander Sean Spainhoward. A 24-year-old true rookie left-hander, originally from St. Peters, Missouri, lives in St. Charles, Missouri in the offseason. Spainhoward played his final 2 years at Rogers State. He also spent a couple of years at Southeast Missouri State University, as well as Southwestern Illinois College. A long conference here with the Goldeyes an opportunity to break this game open. They have Casey Harder on third, Jordan Guida on second, and Tyler Kuhn on first. Jake Blackwood 1 for 2, a single in the first to extend his hitting streak to 7 in a row. And then he reached on an error by Jimmy Mojica, which allowed a run to score in the bottom half of the second. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. See how the AirHogs play their infield in this situation. Looks like the corners come in. Burns even with the bag at third. Rodriguez is weighing at first. The middle infield is back. Spain Howard will go from a windup. Bases full and 1 man down. The first pitch to Jake Blackwood. Swinging a ground ball, one-hopper, knocked down by the shortstop. Mojica goes to second for the force. Pickney's relay to first is in time for the double play, and the inning is over. Jimmy Mojica saved 2 runs. He takes away a base hit with a diving stop to his right, and he turns it into a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 left on. Into 4 at Shaw Park. It's 2-0 Goldeyes and Jewel 101.
It's summer. The perfect time to kick back and relax with friends and family. This summer, make it easy on yourself with catering by Chicken Delight. From a feast for a few to feeding your whole crew, Chicken Delight will put a smile on everyone's face with their famous chicken, fabulous people.
Call BFI Canada to schedule your delivery today. BFI Canada, a progressive waste solutions company.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
2-0 Goldeyes here in the top half of the 5th inning. Winnipeg loaded the bases with 1 down, and Jake Blackwood put a good swing in the ball. Jimmy Mojica, though, showing off his physical tools, able to dive and stop that ball across his body and turns it into a 6-4-3 double play. So that bails out Sean Spain Howard and keeps the AirHogs afloat. Matt Jackson back to work. He's been outstanding. He'll face 5, 6, and 7. Andres Rodriguez, Michael Herb, and Eric Baker. Today's trivia question brought to you by the Place Louis Riel Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Place Louis Riel, specializing in spacious executive suites. Well, today the Goldeyes are going for their first home sweep of 2014. Who is the last team the Goldeyes swept at home? Would have been in 2013. Call the Jewel 101 studio at 204-943-5250 with your answer for a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Goldeyes game. We'll have the correct answer later on today. Rodriguez takes low and outside for ball 1. Single to center field his first time up. Fastball, that's just a bit below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes. Right now, it's the only base runner allowed by Matt Jackson at a 1-2-3 first, third, and 4th inning. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch to Andres Rodriguez. Fastball low and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. So again, the last team the Goldeyes swept at home. Coming in 2013. Jordan Guidas setting up away. The 3-0 pitch takes all the way. And it's a fastball on the outside corner. Rodriguez thought he had ball 4. 3 balls and 1 strike, and the big slugger. Rodriguez has put up some big-time numbers during his time in independent baseball. The pitch. Little looper out towards second. Blackwood goes out. Donnie Webb comes in. Fighting the wind. Makes the catch. And there's 1 man down. So for a 5th time in 5 innings, Matt Jackson retires the leadoff man. Goldeyes have been so good at doing that throughout this season. And perhaps the 2 starters the Goldeyes have had the last 2 games have been as good as anyone. Nick Hernandez coming into last night, leadoff hitter hitting just 182 against him this year. Entering today's start, the leadoff hitter batting just 207 against Matt Jackson. And we mentioned he's now 5 for 5 in this game. Michael Herr, a right-hand batter, takes a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. He talked with Rick Forney about that after last night's game, and he summed it up very easily. That's a recipe for success for any pitcher, starter or reliever. Get the leadoff hitter. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, stays a little bit high, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Goldeyes have done a great job of that over the first 26-plus games this year. The 1-1. It's taken low and inside. Now 2 balls and a strike on the right fielder, Michael Herb, who came in batting 284. Again, he's trying to avoid going hitless in consecutive games for the first time this season. He crowds the plate from the right side. Jackson winds, the 2-1 pitch. Broken back grinder. Jackson scoops it up, will run halfway to first, flips it to Casey Harder, and Michael Herr is retired. 2 up and 2 sent down by Matt Jackson. Eric Baker now stepping to the plate. It's 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. The in-game line score brought to you by Culligan Water. Better water, pure and simple. Culligan Water has been locally owned and operated since 1956, serving Winnipeg and the surrounding areas. Contact them at drinkculligan.com. Jackson will try for another 1-2-3 inning. First pitch to Eric Baker. Fastball just inside. Good pitch, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Jackson, today is his 77th career start. Here's the windup from the righty. And the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow right field. Out goes Webb. Ball begins to carry. Webb going over with Abercrombie. Abercrombie reaching and can't get it. It bounces on the track. Around second as Baker. He stumbled. Now he puts on the brakes as Blackwood got that ball quick from Reggie Abercrombie. And Baker safe at second with a double to right center field. That got caught up in the hard winds. Began today at 21 kilometers per hour, blowing out towards right field. That was hit off the end of Baker's bat, reaching over the plate, but it carried beyond the reach of Donnie Webb and Reggie Abercrombie. So a 2-out base runner that'll bring Mitch Abeta to the plate. And the AirHogs have a chance to cut this lead in half with a single. Baker has good speed. Abeta was flat out robbed by Tyler Kuhn on a rising line drive to short, leading off the top of the third. Jackson today is 76th career start, and only one time in the first 75 has he walked more than 3 batters. That's over a 6-year professional career. The first pitch, it's a fastball taken just inside, 1 ball and no strikes. His first 75 starts, he has walked 3 or fewer batters. He has not walked a batter in this game over 4 2/3. He has struck out 2 and allowed only 2 base hits. The 1-0 pitch. Slider on the outside corner. Good pitch behind on the count by Matt Jackson that evens things up on Mitch Abeta. Played his college baseball at the University of Nebraska. Finished up in 2007 and 2008. He had .337 as a senior during that 2008 season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perfectly placed fastball over the inside edge after Jackson at the outside corner with a slider on the previous pitch. Abeta, a right-handed batter. He has 131 runs batted in just over 300 career games played. Again, good production for a catcher. Lifetime .351 on base percentage. He represents the tying run. 2-0 Goldeyes top the 5th with Baker on second and 2 outs. Jackson is ready. He looks at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball low. It gets away from Guida, rolls behind him. Baker will take third. And that'll put a runner on third with 2 men down. A wild pitch charge to Matt Jackson. A breaking ball that was in the dirt. So now Baker's on third with 2 away. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes in Abeta. Matthew Burns, the third baseman, is on deck. Abeta during that 2008 season at Nebraska. A Big 12 All-Star for the Huskers. He had 10 homers and drove in 49 in just 56 games. And was later drafted by the Yankees, a 19th round pick. Got to high A for a couple of years in 2010 and 2011. He has bounced back from an injury that knocked him out of the second half of 2012. The pitch, fastball just high and inside 3-2. Talked in his last at-bat about the good numbers he had for the Sox 2 years ago. 5 homers, 33 driven in 49 games. But he unfortunately suffered an injury in late July of that year and missed the remainder of the season and then didn't play last year. The set from Jackson. He'll step back of the rubber. Eric Baker is on third with 2 outs. Goldeyes have a 2-0 lead over the AirHogs in the top of the 5th inning. Grand Prairie trying to stay close and salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Jackson bends in. Guida flashing out the signal. Abeta, a right-hand batter, only playing in his 11th game of the year. And a guy who is certainly good enough to play every day. Guida sets up outside. The 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside and low ball 4. So Jackson threw a slider on 3-2. He missed off the plate. That's only the first walk given up by Jackson. And for the first time in the game, the AirHogs have multiple runners on. So the rookie Matthew Burns will have a chance. Burns, a right-hand hitter, 0 for 1. Jackson struck him out on 3 pitches. The final coming on a breaking ball high and inside. And now I have to hope that Jackson is okay. Matt Jackson looks a little bit unsettled right now. I'm not sure if he's clutching at his knee or maybe the back of his calf. It's something in the region of his left leg. And now Goldeyes manager Rick Forney and trainer Stephen Wadey have to come out to take a look at the Goldeyes starting pitcher. So don't know if that came on the very last pitch or if it's something that Ian felt earlier in it's been a little more aggravated in the inning. Jackson had been rolling along just in case Winnipeg's going to get a pitcher warming up. I believe it's the lefty Gabe Aguilar. This will be a tough break here for the Goldeyes, and Stephen Wade taking a look at that left leg, I believe, of Matt Jackson, along with the manager Rick Forney. Right after that last pitch, he kind of hunched over a little bit outside of the mound, and again was examining somewhere around the knee or maybe the calf, and again he's pulling at that calf, see if he gets the opportunity to throw some warm-up pitches. It is Jackson's left leg, so for a right-hand pitcher, that's his landing foot. And Jackson will throw a couple here to Jordan Guyton. We hope that everything is okay with Matt Jackson. First pitch looks all right, and we'll see if he gets another one. Imagine Jackson wants to do everything he can to stay in this ball game. 2 outs here in the 5th. 1 out away from qualifying for a win. He's got the tying runs on base with 2 outs. Jackson says he's okay. Rick Forney and Stephen Wade just want to double check. They continue to talk. Gabe Aguilar is warming up in the bullpen. If Aguilar had to come in, he would get as much time as he needs to warm up. And Jackson says that he's good enough. So Matt Jackson, the right-hander, will stay in the game. And would imagine that both Rick Forney and Stephen Wade will keep a very attentive eye on one of their top starting pitchers. So Matthew Burns steps to the plate, a true rookie out of Northwestern State University in Louisiana, originally from Rose Pine, Louisiana, where he played high school. Burns, during his senior year last year at Northwestern State, a .241 average with a homer and 12 driven in. And he's got a chance to get the AirHogs on the board with 2 outs, first and third. It's Baker on third, a fast runner, a Beta, a slower runner on first, held by Casey Harther. Jackson from the stretch, fastball letter high for a strike. It's 0-1. Matthew Burns, the right-hander, looking for his first hit in 8 at-bats this season with a runner in scoring position. Came into the ball game 1 for 19 in his first 13 professional games. The 0-1 pitch, line the other way, foul, pretty good swing, but he was late, and it's 0-2. AirHogs were without one of their top hitters in this series, Abel Nieves, last year's American Association batting champion, unable to join the team. Nieves, who played third base last season for Wichita, seen a lot of time in the outfield. And it is Burns who is starting today at third base. Frazier Hall out of the lineup for a second straight contest. The 0-2 pitch, fastball just low. That's been a strike for most of the afternoon for Hank Lemoyne, and Jackson may have had the final out of this inning. It's still 1-2 on Burns, but Burns will get another chance. Aguilar continues to warm up in case his services are needed. Runners lead first and third, toss to first, and Abeda gets back standing up. It would have been neat for Matt Jackson to face Frazier Hall. The two of them used to play in the same Little League team together, both from the Louisiana area. Jackson, born in Houghton, grew up in Bossier City. Frazier Hall from the Shreveport area. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider low and outside. Great stop by Jordan Guyton to prevent a wild pitch, and the count goes to 2-2. 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Hall was initially in last night's starting lineup. He was a late scratch, and we were unsure if it had to do with the fact that the Goldeyes had another lefty on the mound, or maybe it was related to an injury. The fact that he's not in the lineup here as a left-hand bat against a right-hand starting pitcher leads you to believe that something might be wrong. Swinging a pop-up behind the plate. Guyton sprinting out. Guyton reaches, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Great play by Jordan Guyton. That wasn't hit that high into the air. Guyton shed the mask. He sprinted towards the AirHogs dugout, and he's able to catch that as strand runners on first and third. 5 scoreless for Matt Jackson. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on base. We've come halfway at Shaw Park. It's 2-0 Winnipeg on Jewel 101.
CIBC and the Winnipeg Goldeyes have partnered to fight cancer. On Sunday, October 5th, CIBC and Goldeyes employees, friends, and family will be running in communities across Canada for a future without breast cancer. Shaw Park, the home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, will be your local run site for the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation CIBC Run for the Cure. For more information, to register to run or make a donation, go to CIBC.com. Let's run for a future without breast cancer. Join in Sunday, October 5th at Shaw Park.
Hello, Manitoba. I'm Larry McIntosh from Peak of the Market. Manitoba-grown asparagus is now available at your grocery store. It's our first crop of the year, and it's only around for a short time. You can be assured that if the asparagus has Peak of the Market on the label, that it's grown right here in Manitoba.
Great golf is just minutes away at Bell Acres Golf and Country Club. Golf 9 or 18 holes on one of the finest championship-style courses in Manitoba. And don't forget to ask about their seasonal memberships. But there's more than just great golf at Bell Acres. Book your next event in their fantastic banquet room. With a friendly staff, fantastic view, and room for up to 220 people. It's perfect for weddings, corporate events, and tournaments. Discover great golf and more at Bell Acres Golf and Country Club. Just 20 minutes from downtown Winnipeg. Visit bellacres.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the fifth at Shaw Park. Nice job by Matt Jackson, who escaped 2-out trouble in the top half of the inning. Stranded runners on first and third with Jordan Guida making the nice catch on the pop-up outside of home plate. Goldeyes still lead 2-0. They'll set up 3, 4, and 5. Against the left-hander Sean Spainhoward, Ray Sadler, Luis Allen, and Reggie Abercrombie. We have a winner for today's trivia question. Congratulations to Warren Otto of East Fort Garry, who knew that it was the Sioux City Explorers, who the Goldeyes swept last August 6th through August 8th. That's the last team the Goldeyes have swept at home at Shaw Park. Our trivia question is always brought to you by the Place Louis Royale Suite Hotel in downtown Winnipeg. Sadler is 1 for 2, and he takes a changeup on the outside half for a strike, 0-1. Congratulations, Warren of East Fort Garry. You've won a pair of tickets to an upcoming Goldeyes game, so expect a call from the Goldeyes office sometime tomorrow or early next week. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball left center field, carrying on Eric Baker moving back. He's got room in front of the warning track, and Baker makes the catch just to the left of dead center field. One man down in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Goldeyes with a 2-0 lead. Luis Allen will step to the plate. Allen popped a shortstop in the first. And they had a pop-up behind the mound in which Sean Spainhoward saved what potentially would have been an infield single for Luis Allen in the bottom half of the third inning. Winnipeg now 5-4 at Shaw Park after wins in the first 2 games of this series. They have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the fifth in the finale. The first pitch. Fastball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Kyle Anderson faces Nick Barnesi in a matchup of 2 good young pitchers tomorrow. Barnesi, a former top-round draft pick and top prospect for Tampa Bay. Allen swings and grounds one in front of the second baseman Pickney. Sidearm throw over to first in time to get the Goldeyes DH, and there's 2 away in the bottom half of the fifth. That'll bring up Reggie Abercrombie 0 for 2. He took a called third strike in the first and then struck out swinging in the bottom half of the third. On Saturday, Chandler Barnard will make his second start. He'll face right-hander Jeff Shields of St. Paul. And then Sunday at 1:30, Chris Salamita takes on former Major League right-hander Anthony Claggett. Abercrombie right-hand bat, 2 outs and nobody on base. Spainhoward gets the sign. And the first pitch. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow left field. Out goes Mojica. Baker is coming in. Baker camping under and makes the catch to retire the side. Goldeyes are down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. Into 5 at Shaw Park. Winnipeg 2, Grand Prairie nothing on Jewel 101.
Nice day. Want a drink?
Yeah, sure. Pass me a Pepsi. Whoa. Do you hear that? Open your Pepsi. Whoa, that was awesome.
Hit it out of the park this summer with the cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi. Pepsi, live for now.
How about a Father's Day gift that's clean and green this year? Get Dad out of the driveway and into the Chamois Car Wash and Detail Center. Vehicles washed at a professional car wash keep all that soap and oil out of our storm drains and help Manitoba's waterways stay cleaner. Father's Day full-service 3-wash packages start at only $44.95 and are on sale now at all 3 Chamois locations, Reinders, Waverly, and St. James.
It's a quiet evening at the lake. You can hear the birds singing before bed. The gentle waves. It doesn't get any better than this. Unless you add Archangel Fireworks to your night. Having a birthday? Amp it up with fireworks. Family reunion? Nothing says we missed you like a crackling peony exploding in the sky.
typical Wednesday? You guessed it. You need Archangel Fireworks, 104 Pembina Highway.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Top of the 6th here at Shaw Park, and a new pitcher in the ball game for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, Matt Jackson. It would appear for precautionary reasons will come out. He's got a chance to get a win. He goes 5 scoreless, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Jackson only threw 72 pitches just prior to the last batter he faced in the 5th. Matthew Burns, he seemed to tweak something in his lower body. He appeared he was looking at his left knee, his left calf, something maybe in that left leg. We'll ask Rick Forney about that after the ball game. It didn't look terribly serious, but certainly you don't want to risk any long-term injuries. So Rick Forney has taken out Matt Jackson after 5, and Gabe Aguilar, who started warming up in the top half of the 5th inning, will take over. Aguilar has been one of the best pitchers in the league this year, period. 11 appearances, 3-0, 10 games in relief, and an ERA of 1.69. 16 innings, 7 hits, no walks, 12 strikeouts, opponents hitting 130, and he delivers a fastball low and inside to Jimmy Mojica. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Mojica, Pickney, and Carr, the top third, due up for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Mojica is 0 for 2. He's fly to center, and he was robbed by Josh Mazzola on a nice play in the top half of the 3rd. Gabe Aguilar, the left-hander, in his 2nd year of the Goldeyes, 5'8", 165 pounds, 24 years old, from El Paso, Texas. He last worked on Sunday against the Red Hawks. He got 5 outs without giving up a run. He did the same thing the night before in the Saturday game. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul off the end of his bat, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Aguilar working out of the stretch with nobody on base. Again, Matt Jackson finished after 5 shutout, and it appears due to precautionary reasons. 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, but he does have a chance to pick up his 4th win of the year, and he was terrific this afternoon. 1-1 the count. Aguilar delivers. Swing and a miss at a changeup low. May have tipped that as it rolls beyond the plate. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jimmy Mojica. So Winnipeg, it was really pounding the AirHogs with the left-hand pitching in this series. They get another lefty here in the middle innings. Salamina started, got into the 7th on Tuesday night. Brendan Lafferty also pitched in that game. Nick Hernandez worked into the 7th last night. A 1-2 pitch, fastball high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In this game, the AirHogs finally saw a righty starter, but here in the 6th, Gabe Aguilar will come in, and Rick Forney will hope to get him through an inning or 2. Aguilar with a 2-2 count on Jimmy Mojica. Came in batting .250. Left-hander from a high set. And the pitch, swinging a ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit over the second base bag. So Jimmy Mojica has his first hit of the ball game, and for the first time today, the AirHogs had the leadoff man on. A single up the middle. Brandon Pickney steps to the plate 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and flied out to center field. That is only the 3rd hit of the game for Grand Prairie. The Goldeyes have 8. Grand Prairie kept themselves afloat. Sean Spainhoward in the 4th did a great job to get out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam. So Pickney's hit 2 home runs this year. Will step to the plate as the tying run. And he has 5 for 13 against left-hand pitching this year. A set from Aguilar. And the first pitch. Fastball on the outside, 0-0-1. Mojica is a base-running threat. 3 for 4 this year in stolen bases. And Jimmy Mojica, in his pro career, he's had as many as 24 steals in a single season. Josh Mazzola plays even with a bag at 3rd. Middle infield is back for a double play. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a topper towards 3rd. Tough play, charging in front. Mazzola, he scoops those in the move to 1st, and it's in time to get Pickney. A nice stretch on the other end by Casey Harther for a big first out in the top half of the 6th inning. Mojica advances to 2nd, and that will bring up Palmer Carr Jr. That was a good play by Mazzola, and it paid off playing even with the bag. Pickney pulled that off the end of his bat, a slow roller. Mazzola charged in, gloved, and threw on the move to 1st. They get Brandon Pickney by less than a step. Now a man in scoring position, 1 away. Palmer Carr Jr. is 0 for 2. He's fly to center and popped out to 1st base. Aguilar works off the 1st base side of the rubber. 2-0 Goldeyes in the top half of the 6th inning. Aguilar is ready. He looks over at 2nd. Here's the first pitch. Fastball down low, and it's 1 ball and 0 strikes. Goldeyes this week is brought to you by Boston Pizza. After the game, you can have any of our more than 100 delicious Boston Pizza menu items delivered to your door. Call 925-4111 or do some finger cooking at bostonpizza.com. Fastball high and away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Jason Botts is waiting on deck. St. Paul Saints are in town tomorrow for a 3-game series Friday, June 13th. A 7:05 start, Field of Dreams night, where the Goldeyes will pay tribute to many of the great charities involved with the Field of Dreams Foundation. The 2-0, low and inside of the breaking ball. It's now 3-0 on Palmer Carr Jr. Walk wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing in the world. It would bring up Jason Botts, but it would also set up a potential double play. Botts not the fastest of runners, and he is stronger from the left side as opposed to the right side where he would bat against Gabe Aguilar. Mohican second and 1 down. The 3-0 pitch on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Black Saddle will be on the Free Press stage beginning tomorrow at 6 o'clock. On Saturday, June 14th, the ALS Society of Manitoba presents a live reenactment of the famous speech made by New York Yankees legend Lou Gehrig. Swing and a miss at a fastball away. And Aguilar right back into the count at 3-2. It was once 3-0 on Palmer Carr Jr., the right-handed slugger. That game begins at 6:05. Crack and Foxy will be on the Free Press stage at 5 p.m. And then on Sunday, June 15th at 1:30, Cub Bread presents Father's Day. Take Dad out to the ball game. Fans can play catch with their dad or Goldeyes players after the 1:30 start, and kids can run around the bases. 3-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip, and it's held by Guida for strike 3. Big-time strikeout for Gabe Aguilar. He came back with a 3-2 changeup, and Palmer Carr Jr. tips it into the glove of Jordan Guida, and he hangs on for a big second out. So now there's 2 away. Jason Botts stepping up. Botts is 0 for 2. He has grounded a short and taken a call, 3rd strike. Jamie Vermillion, Goldeyes pitching coach, will go out to the mound and have a talk with Gabe Aguilar. Winnipeg gets a righty warming up in the bullpen. Goldeyes have a 2-0 lead. Botts gets tied here with 1 swing of the bat. A big hulking designated hitter with 4 homers on the year, tied for 6th most in the American Association. Pop the Trunk will be on the Free Press stage on Sunday, beginning at 12:30. $5, $9, $14, $16, and $20 tickets for all Goldeyes games are on sale now through Ticketmaster by calling 1-855-GOLDEYE, visiting Ticketmaster.ca, or visiting any Ticketmaster location, including the box office at Shaw Park. Goldeyes this week brought to you by Boston Pizza. Winnipeg with a 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th. And Aguilar will try and get it out here against the former big leaguer Jason Botts. Aguilar's first appearance of this series in his first career game against the AirHogs. Guida sets up away. The first pitch, fastball, just high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Another situation here, you have first base open, so if you do fall behind, you don't necessarily have to groove one of Botts. You've got a right-hand batter on deck and Andres Rodriguez, who has had a tough time of late. Again, Guida setting up away. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. Swung right over the top. It's 1-1. Jason Botts came in at 286, looking to extend a hitting streak to 7 in a row. He has collected hits in all but 6 games played this year, 20 for 26, including a 1 for 4 last night. Runner on second and 2 away. A 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away from Guida. On his way to third is Mojica, and he'll get there standing up. A back foot slider. Botts swung right over the top, and they'll score that a passed ball on Jordan Guida. But Aguilar gets in front. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's a runner on third and 2 outs, but Aguilar 1 pitch away from trying to protect this 2-0 lead. The right-hander continues to warm up. Andres Rodriguez, a right-hand batter on deck. For a 2nd straight game, the AirHogs have 8 natural righties in the lineup, 9 if you include Botts against Aguilar, a left-hand pitcher. The 1-2 to Botts. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup, and the inning is over. Great job by Gabe Aguilar. He strikes out the former major leaguer Jason Botts on a changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and a 1 runner left on base. Middle of the 6th at Shaw Park. It's 2-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Watching the game is something to enjoy. But remember, drinking any alcohol and driving don't mix. Drinking and driving puts you and others in danger. Your best bet is a designated driver who has had no alcohol. Enjoy the game, but whatever you do, don't drink and drive. To keep Manitobans safe behind the wheel, police are increasing enforcement near you. Watch for them. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
To some, he is a hero. To others, merely heroic. But to us, he's a Pools Hall of Famer. Raised on highlights and minor league stats, he played his game cards like he played Division 12 slow pitch. To win. Home team? Check. Visiting team? Check. Champion? Check. Be a legend with Sports Select. Pools players won over $7 million last year. Pick the winning teams today at your lottery retailer. Remember, keep it a game.
The rebates are back! The rebates are back!
What?
The rebates from Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning are back, and I'm not missing out on the great savings this year!
The rebates from Reliance are back by popular demand. Right now, when you buy a high-efficiency Lennox furnace and air conditioner from Reliance, you get $2,000 back in rebates. Call Reliance Superior Heating and Air Conditioning now at 204-697-5666 or hurry over to RelianceSuperior.ca today. Some conditions apply.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Fielder number 26, Donnie Webb.
2-0 Goldeyes, bottom half of the sixth. Goldeyes baseball presented by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with MTS. Donnie Webb leads things off against Sean Spainhauer. The first pitch, Webb swings, pops it up right side. Out goes Rodriguez into foul territory. Now moving over the right fielder, Herr. And that'll bounce inside of the side fence over by the AirHogs bullpen and out of play. It's 0-1. Webb, a switch hitter from the right side. He's 1 for 2, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. The steal for Donnie Webb is 9th of the year. And that's good for 6th most in the American Association. The left-hander winds the 0-1 pitch. On the inside corner, looked like a cut fastball from Sean Spainhauer. It's 0-2. Webb followed by Mazzola and Harther, 6, 7, and 8. Gabe Aguilar, good job to get around the leadoff single from Jimmy Mojica. He struck at a couple of great right-handed bats to end the inning. Palmer Carr Jr. and Jason Botts. Fastball, this is outside, 1-2. So Donnie Webb facing Sean Spainhauer for a third time, and after giving up a number of hits over the first 2 innings, he's brought his pitch count down, now at just 76 over 5+. The pitch is swung on it high in the air towards shallow left. In comes Carr, still coming on, reaches off his glove. It's in for a base hit, and Donnie Webb is safe at first base. Webb popped that up into the jet stream, and Palmer Carr Jr. lumbering in, trying to make a sliding play, got his glove on it, but couldn't squeeze it. And Webb is now 2 out of 3. So the Goldeyes send the leadoff man on, trying to add to a 2-0 advantage. That'll bring up Josh Mazzola. Hope that Palmer Carr Jr. was okay. Was a little bit slow to get up after making a nice effort on that looper in the left field. Mazzola's 0 for 2. He took a call third strike in the second. And then lined out hard to center field. Ball hung up for Eric Baker, the center fielder, to make the catch. That was in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That single by Donnie Webb, the 9th hit today for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, and all have been singles, continuing the trend displayed by Sean Spainhauer throughout this season. Webb again a threat to go. We've only seen 1 pickoff attempt, and that was on Webb. The first pitch to Mazzola, fastball high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Webb took off in first movement, and Spainhauer guessed right. He threw to first, but Webb was able to beat the return throw from Andres Rodriguez, with the shortstop Jimmy Mojica covering the bag. Spainhauer leaning in with a ball in his bare hand. Now he brings the hand set. Checks on first in the pitch. Swinging a pop-up behind second. Out goes Brandon Pickney. Another tough play. In comes Herr. Now it's Baker, and Baker, the center fielder, makes the catch. Very shallow right center field. Baker and Herr coming in from the outfield, and Pickney, the second baseman, went out. And it's Baker, the center fielder, taking charge of the best angle. 1 man down. Donnie Webb goes back to first base. Casey Harther, another great day coming up, 2 out of 2, and this will prompt a visit to the mound by the catcher Mitch Abeda. Harther is now 9 for 11 in this 3-game series with 8 runs batted in. He had an RBI single in the second, then scored a run, then singled up the middle in the fourth. The right-hander warming up in the Goldeyes pen. Believe that is Taylor Suet, one of the two side-arming righties the Goldeyes have. Not quite 1 o'clock here at Shaw Park. What is turning into a very nice afternoon in downtown Winnipeg. 1 on, 1 out, and the pitch. That's taken just low and outside. A fastball from Sean Spainhoward. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So Harther is now 7 for 14 against left-hand pitching this year. He came in 4th in the league in average at .364. Now they've got him picked up, but it's dropped by Rodriguez, and Donnie Webb will take second base. Webb was caught leaning a little bit towards second. Spainhoward with that deceptive pickoff move, starting with a ball in his bare hand. Webb kind of leaned towards second, but Rodriguez dropped the ball. Webb a heads-up play to take off immediately when he threw that ball over to first base. And now Webb is on second for a second time in this ball game without a pitch actually delivered to home plate. So they will score that. A stolen base for Donnie Webb, his second of the game. It's 1-0 on Casey Harther. Spainhoward looks back, and the pitch. Line shot, that's a base hit into center field. Webb into third, will be waved home by Rick Forney. Here's a throw to the plate by Baker. It's way offline. Webb will score. Harther heads for second, and Harther slides in safe. The ball goes into center. Baker backs it up. Winnipeg now leads 3-0 on Casey Harther's third base hit of the ball game today. Harther continues this unbelievable stretch against the AirHogs pitching staff. Now 10 for 12 in this 3-game series. And he picks up his 9th run batted in. A line drive single to center. And the Goldeyes were able to take advantage of the drop ball at first by Andres Rodriguez, resulting in the Donnie Webb stolen base. A runner on first and 1 down. Jordan Guidas 1 for 2. A runner on second with Harther taking the extra base in the throw to the plate. Fastball high, and it's 1 ball and no strike. So Harther with his second RBI of this game, his 14th of the year. Eric Baker made a strong throw, but it was a good 20 feet up the first baseline. And it was off the chest protector of the catcher, Mitch Abeta, which allowed Harther to get to second. Check swing, fastball low, good block by Abeta. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Abeta tried to get Harther. He made the throw to second. That one got away from Brandon Pickney, who was covering the bag. It trickled into center, but Eric Baker, the center fielder, was able to back it up, and Harther stayed at second. 3-0 Goldeyes. And the pitch, swinging a pop-up, center field. In comes Eric Baker. Baker camping under it, and he makes the grab. Harther will hold at second. Now there's 2 outs, and it's back to the top for Tyler Kuhn. Kuhn is 2 for 3, a pair of singles, and he's taken a call, third strike. With 2 hits in this ball game, Tyler Kuhn now has 14 multi-hit games on the year. 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Grand Prairie. So with a 2 for 3 in this game, Kuhn is now 11 for 20, still hitting over 500 against left-hand pitchers this year. Casey Harther on second and 2 outs. Infield shifts a bit to the right. And the pitch, fastball knee-high on the outside edge. It's 0-1, at least on the right side of the infield. Rodriguez on top of the bag, and Pickney is pulled towards the hole. Mojica, interestingly, is a step towards the hole on the left side. They're giving Tyler Kuhn the middle of the field, something that he's used to his advantage throughout the year. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball foul, got on top of a breaking ball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Goldeyes entering today at 2 players in the top 4 in the league in batting. Kuhn was tied for second at .369. Harther fourth at .364. And both, as of right now, will see their batting averages go up. A 3 for 3 for Harther, and right now a 2 for 3 for Kuhn, batting for a 4th time. 3-0 Goldeyes, bottom half of the 6th. Spainhoward gets the sign. He's ahead 0-2 in the Goldeyes shortstop. Now time called for Spainhoward. Took a little bit too long to get ready. So twice Spainhoward has been able to guess right in his pickoff move to first, and in both instances, a chance to really short-circuit a rally. It has been ended by Andres Rodriguez. First he made the bat throw, then he dropped the pickoff attempt. Fastball high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you could certainly make the argument that no runs would have come across the plate for the Goldeyes in this game had Rodriguez executed those 2 pickoffs because Webb, both times getting credit for a steal, came around to score. Line drive, base hit center field for Tyler Kuhn. Harther around third base. Harther will score standing up. It's a 2-out RBI single to center field for Tyler Kuhn. His 3rd hit of the ball game, and Winnipeg stretches the lead to 4-0 in the bottom half of the 6th. Another 3-hit game for Tyler Kuhn. He picks up his 8th RBI of the year. And he drives in Casey Harther from second base. Winnipeg with a 2-run bottom of the 6th. Kuhn is on first with 2 down. Now Jake Blackwood steps to the plate. Blackwood 1 for 3. With a single, he's reached on an error. And he has grounded into a double play, a ball in which he was robbed by Jimmy Mojica back in the 4th inning. Clutch hit for Tyler Kuhn, a threat to go. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner at the letters 0-1. Kuhn trying to get a decent lead. He's 3 for 3 in the year in stolen bases. Goldeyes going back to the series last week in Sioux Falls have really done a good job this last week and a half, about a 10 or 11 day stretch of getting those 2-out hits. Fastball high and away, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming into today's game, Winnipeg's team average with 2 outs and men in scoring position up to 198. It was down around 160 prior to the last road trip. Winnipeg starting to find those big clutch hits to help extend rallies. Swinging a bouncer, foul out for the right 1-2. Tyler Kuhn has come through in this inning with a 2-out RBI hit. And now 11 base hits for the Winnipeg Goldeyes this afternoon. All have been singles against Sean Spainhauer. Ray Sadler waits on deck. 4-0 Goldeyes. Mitch Abeda goes out to the mound to have a talk with the left-hander Sean Spainhauer. That last pitch may have been fouled off the mask of Hank Lemoyne umpiring home plate. Lemoyne is wearing the old-school umpire blazer, navy blue in color, coming all the way down to the wrists. Kind of a sharp-looking outfit on this chilly afternoon at Shaw Park. And a great crowd on hand, better than 6,700. Second biggest crowd of the season for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. 1-2 on Jake Blackwood. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball, and the inning is over. The Goldeyes had 2 more runs on 3 hits. There is 1 left on base, and at the end of 6 at Shaw Park, it's 4-0 Goldeyes on Jewel 101.
Summer barbecues on the patio. They're all fun and games until someone slips and drops an entire plate of steaks.
No!
Prairie Safety Surfacing can help keep your family and steaks safe all year round with Rubber Rock, the original rubber safety surfacing in North America since 1983. Prairie Safety Surfacing mix and pour Rubber Rock on site to create a seamless, non-skid finish on your patio, driveway, pool deck, and more. Trust the original, Rubber Rock. Bounces like rubber, wears like rock. Learn more at prairieSafetySurfacing.com.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
The Goldeyes Field of Dreams Foundation supports children's charities in Manitoba. I'm Tony Fletcher, Foundation President, urging you to get involved with the Fillmore Riley Case for Kids program by pledging a dollar amount per Goldeyes strikeout. Or show your support by picking up a Goldeyes license plate from your local auto pack dealer. The foundation receives $30 from each one sold. Thanks to you, the Field of Dreams Foundation has donated more than $1.6 million to children's charities since 1995.
The Stars are coming to Shaw Park this summer as the Winnipeg Goldeyes host the first ever 2-day American Association All-Stars celebrations. July 28th and 29th, catch all the action. Skills competition, home run derby, parties and autograph sessions, all-star luncheon featuring Fergie Jenkins, and of course, the All-Star Game. Play ball! Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Goldeyes.com.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball on Jewel 101.
Top of the 7th inning at Shaw Park. Winnipeg now in front 4-0. Couple of RBI hits from Casey Harther and Tyler Kuhn. Taylor soon will take over for Gabe Aguilar here in the 7th. Aguilar through a scoreless 6th, getting around a leadoff single from Jimmy Mojica. This pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Andres Rodriguez, Michael Herr, and Eric Baker 5, 6, and 7 to up for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Soon with the side-arming righty out of the stretch. And the first pitch, sinker misses in, 1 ball and no strikes. Seward making his 13th appearance of the year. No wins, no losses, and no saves, an ERA of 1.80. 10 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .237. Slider, and that's on the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Andres Rodriguez, 1 out of 2, a single to center. Just beyond the reach of a diving Reggie Abercrombie, and then a fly out to right field. Big swing and a miss at a slider off the plate. And the count goes to 1-2. Taylor Seward, 6'2", 195 pounds, 24 years old. Originally from Australia, lives in Highland Mills, New York. Comes to a high set on the 1-2 to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss, got him on a slider. 1 away to start the 7th inning. Taylor Seward with that great slider low and away. He's got the tough sidearm angle for the right-hand batters. Michael Herr has grounded out twice. 0 for 2 will now step to the plate. Seward last pitched in the opener of this series on Tuesday. He got a couple of outs on a double play ball. And now faces Michael Herr, the right fielder, with 1 out and nobody on in the top half of the 7th. The right-hander delivers. Sinker down the middle but low in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in this inning, which is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross, the color of caring. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a line drive, slicing towards right center. Another long one for Abercrombie, going back, reaches, and he makes the catch as he stumbles over the warning track in deep right center. Outstanding play by Reggie Abercrombie to take away an extra base hit from Michael Herr. Much like the ball that was hit by Andres Rodriguez in the second, that ball sliced away from Abercrombie, so he was essentially running after that ball, which was moving in the opposite direction. Though was able to flag it down, reached high over his head, and caught that and had some room to kind of brace for impact. Finished up his run across the track, and it's 2 outs and nobody on. Later tonight at 6 o'clock, Lincoln and Fargo resume last night's suspended game due to rain. They'll begin in the bottom of the 4th, with Lincoln leading 2-1. The regularly scheduled game tonight will only be 7 innings. Eric Baker takes a sinker at the knees for a strike, 0-1. And then tonight at 7:05, Wichita hosts Kansas City at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Kansas. Those are the only games tonight. Other teams are traveling around the American Association. It's 4-0 here in favor of the Goldeyes in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss at a slider off the plate, and the count 0-2. Baker is the only extra base hit for either side today. A double to right center field in the 5th inning. Baker was robbed by Donnie Webb, who made a nice sliding catch in the top of the 2nd. He's officially 1 for 2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a slider, and the inning is over. Perfect inning for Taylor Seward. He strikes out 2. No runs, no hits, and no one left on base. Time to stretch at Shaw Park. Goldeyes lead 4-0 on Jewel 101.
We all love to save. Save time, save gas, save space. And what gives you the biggest smile is when you save money. But will your money save itself? Don't bank on it. Count on Steinbach Credit Union instead. With great savings rates that start paying interest from $1 and a wide range of GICs that make saving even easier, you'll be smiling from year to year. Want to save? Talk to SCU, because we're taking care of the world's most important money, yours.
The Fairmont Winnipeg is the city's only luxury hotel with 340 luxuriously appointed rooms, 19,000 square feet of stylish function space, and 12 meeting rooms. At the Fairmont, quality, comfort, and convenience come standard, and its central location makes it perfect for your next corporate meeting or family staycation. Travel easily to the RBC Convention Center through the Underground Concourse, or visit the nearby Canadian Museum of Human Rights. Located in the heart of the city, the Fairmont Winnipeg continues to be the hotel of choice for the discerning traveler.
Stay informed on all the latest news and entertainment with the Winnipeg Free Press. The Winnipeg Free Press gives you the most in-depth local, national, and international news coverage, unrivaled coverage of the arts, and the best in sports. And as the winner of the Canadian Journalism Foundation's 2013 Excellence in Journalism Award, when someone asks,
"Where'd you hear that?"
and you answer,
"I read it in the Free Press,"
you can always count on having the full story. The Winnipeg Free Press, there for you.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom half of the 7th inning at Shaw Park. Winnipeg in front by a score of 4-0. Taylor Suet with a perfect top half of the 7th. And now the Winnipeg Goldeyes will go back to work on offense, leading by a score of 4-zip. It'll be Sadler, Allen, and Abercrombie, 3, 4, and 5. Due up against the left-hander Sean Spainhauer, 92 pitches deep, over 6. First pitch, fastball, only high for a strike on the outside half, and the count is 0-1. Ray Sadler 1 for 3 in this game with a single foul pop-up, and he has flied out to center field. Right-hand batter who crowds the plate. Spainhauer winds, and the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the inside corner, and it's 0-2. The Goldeyes scored twice in the bottom half of the 2nd. Held that up until the last inning when they doubled the lead with 2 more runs. They have been able to manufacture their offense utilizing 11 singles and a couple of stolen bases. Fouled straight back off the top of the screen. Still 0-2 on Ray Sadler. Talked about it in the last inning. Andres Rodriguez on a pair of plays in which Donnie Webb was caught leaving a bit too early in the left-hander Sean Spainhauer. In one instance, he made a high throw to second, allowing Webb to reach. In the other case, he dropped the throw altogether. Swinging a ground ball up the middle to his left. Mojica, tough hop, he's got it. Now he drops the ball, and Sadler will be safe at first base. Very difficult hop, and they'll score that an infield single for Ray Sadler, who is now 2 out of 4 in Winnipeg. Puts the leadoff man on base. Mojica ranged well to his left, and it took a very bad bounce off his chest. For a second, it looked like he was going to hang on him as he turned his body to try and get in position to throw. The ball almost appeared to roll around his waist and drop just outside the second base bag. The AirHogs get a righty warming up inside the bullpen, with the left-hander Sean Spainhauer approaching 100 pitches. He's now at 96, following that infield single from Ray Sadler. So here's Luis Allen, 0 for 3. He's popped a short, popped out to the pitcher Spainhauer, and grounded out to second base. 1 on and nobody out in the last of the 7th. Spainhauer checks on first, and the pitch. Breaking ball misses high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Spainhauer does not walk to batter. He had good control numbers entering today. Just 8 walks in 22 2/3 innings. Behind 1-0 in the Goldeyes right-hand batter Luis Allen. Runner goes off first. The pitch is swung unlifted in the air to right center field. To his left, the center fielder Baker. Baker is under it, and Sadler will head back to first base. So Luis Allen retired on the fly ball to medium deep right center. Reggie Abercrombie stepping up. Abercrombie is 0 for 3. Called out on strikes in the first. Struck out swinging in the third, then fly to center in the 5th. Winnipeg up 4-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th. Nobody's warming in the Goldeyes pen, and with 3 right-hand bats scheduled to hit in the top of the 8th, perhaps Taylor Suet will go back out for a second inning of work. He only threw 9 pitches to throw a perfect top of the 7th. 1 on and 1 out. Spainhauer delivers. Fouled straight back off the end of his bat. It's no balls and a strike on Reggie Abercrombie. Sean Spainhauer, for the most part, has done a good job to keep the AirHogs in the ball game. If you assume that Rodriguez had made an accurate throw in the 2nd and caught the ball and made an accurate throw in the 6th inning, and you play the rest of the innings out as they were, you could certainly make the case that this could be a 0-0 game, because Webb led off the 2nd, and had he been thrown out at second base, the inning likely would have ended. Perhaps the unearned run still would have crossed with the error charge to Jimmy Mojica. But even in that case, the bases probably would have still just been loaded. And then in the 6th inning, Webb led off with a single. Check swing, fastball high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And if Rodriguez had caught the pickoff attempt from Spainhauer and then made the throw to second, 3 outs would have been recorded with only 2 hits in that inning. And it would be 0-0 right now as opposed to a 4-0 Goldeyes lead. Runner goes off first. Pitch taken outside, and Beta mishandles the ball, and Ray Sadler will be safe at second with a stolen base. Sadler got a good jump on Sean Spainhauer. That's Sadler's 5th steal of the year. The pitch was taken outside. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. It wasn't a tougher pitch to handle, but Beta in the transfer kind of fumbled it around, trying to get a strong throw down towards second. And in the end, he puts it in his pocket. So now runner in scoring position. Goldeyes are their 3rd steal of the game. The 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Good rip at a high changeup by Abercrombie. That was dangerous location for Sean Spainhoward. Now at 102 pitches over 6 1/3 innings. The right-hander is ready if needed. The AirHogs have shown no problem letting their starters go deep. They hung Ryan Surley out for 110 pitches when he started to labor in the 6th inning on Tuesday. Brandon Vargas threw 113 pitches last night. Fastball taken high and insiders that a called third strike. Couldn't quite see the call there from Hank Lemoyne, and I guess it was a called strike 3. That wasn't a very emphatic called third strike. The pitch looked high and in. And Abercrombie didn't have much of an argument for Hank Lemoyne, but it looks like he's been struck out looking. That was very odd. The pitch looks high and in, and Lemoyne did kind of step back, but didn't see much of a punch out. So here's Donnie Webb, a switch hitter from the right side, 2 for 3. 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored. Both times he's been driven home by Casey Harther. Runner on second, 2 outs. Change up taken low and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs, 12 hits, and no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the AirHogs. Ray Sadler, good speed as the runner on second base and 2 men down. Spainhoward comes set. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and it's 1-1. Donnie Webb last year between Rockland and Southern Maryland hit .457 with 2 outs and men in scoring position. And again, something the Goldeyes have done a very good job with over the last week and a half. Josh Mazzola is on deck. 1-1 on the Goldeyes right fielder. The pitch, swinging a high pop-up, foul over towards the right. And that's out of play. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goldeyes have out at the AirHogs today 12-3. They've gotten good pitching once again. Nat Jackson, if you're joining us recently, appeared to be taken out for precautionary reasons. Seemed to have a tweak somewhere around his left leg. He would finish up the 5th inning. Was taken out in favor of Gabe Aguilar after 72 pitches. So we hope everything long-termly good with Matt Jackson as Webb swings and pops this one up right around home plate. Foul ground. Abeta with a mask off, reaches back and makes the catch. A nice play by Mitch Abeta against the wind. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. 7 completed Shaw Park. Goldeyes lead at 4-0 on Jewel 101.
Hi, this is Ivan Saper, owner of Saper Agencies. We offer personal, business, automobile, and travel health insurance. But it's how we sell that makes us different. We strive to remain on the cutting edge of technology and product innovations. We promise you quick, efficient, and effective solutions and 100% satisfaction. See us today, and we'll find you the right solution at the right price. Remember, your best insurance policy is our experience.
Saper Agencies, 2188 McPhillips. Call 694-6787.
Go to bostonpizza.com and finger cook a meal the whole family will love. Don't waste your precious time cooking when you don't have to. We know you've got more important things to do, like watching sports highlights, stopping your kids from bumping into stuff, or simply taking a break from napping. And with over 100 menu items to choose from, everyone can get exactly what they want. To order, call 925-4111 or finger cook today at bostonpizza.com.
What should we bring to the lake for dinner tonight?
Something easy that we can throw in the cooler. Turkey.
Granny's Poultry introduces their seasoned boneless turkey breast.
Sounds good.
Really good.
Pick up a Granny's frozen seasoned boneless turkey breast from your neighborhood grocery store. Throw it in the cooler, and by the time you get to the lake, it's barbecue ready. Granny's Poultry, your local poultry farmer's own cooperative. To find a retailer or for simply delicious recipes, visit grannys.ca. Granny's, good-natured.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball presented to you by MTS. Get unlimited internet in Manitoba on all your devices only with MTS. 8-9-1 due up for the AirHogs. Mitch Abeta, Matthew Burns, and Jimmy Mojica. Finale of this 3-game series. Winnipeg leads by a score of 4-0. Sean Spainhauer, for the most part, kept the AirHogs in it for 7 innings. He will likely be finished at 107 pitches with more action inside the AirHogs bullpen. Goldeyes pitching, though, has been a little bit better. They have combined for 7 scoreless and only 3 hits and there has been just one walk. Goldeyes pitchers have also combined for a total of 6 strikeouts. Taylor Sewitt had a 9-pitch 1-2-3 7th, and he will go out to begin the top half of the 8th. Mitch Abeta leads off, and he takes a sinker down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Abeta's 0 for 1. He was robbed by Tyler Kuhn on a leaping grab at shortstop in the 3rd. Then he drew a walk in the 5th. Sewitt out of the stretch with nobody on base. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the inside half of the fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow night at 7:05, the St. Paul Saints are in town. Winnipeg, Fargo-Moorhead, and St. Paul have been in a dogfight over the first month of the season in the North Division. Slider misses inside, 2 balls and a strike. Kyle Anderson, who leads the league in ERA, entering today at 0.91. He'll square off against right-hander Nick Barnesi, former top prospect with the Tampa Bay Rays. On Saturday at 6:05, Chandler Barnard against right-hander Jeff Shields. And then Sunday, 1:35, Chris Salamita takes on former big leaguer Anthony Claggett, a right-hander. 2-1 pitch on the outside half. Good slider from Taylor Sewitt. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the catcher Mitch Abeta. Matthew Burns and Jimmy Mojica to follow in the top half of the 8th. AirHogs have really only had 1 scoring opportunity, and that came with 2 outs in the 5th. The 2-2 pitch, line drive shallow left, that's going to fall in between Kuhn and Sadler for a base hit. So for only the 2nd time in 8 innings, the AirHogs put the leadoff man on. Mitch Abeta is on for a 2nd time, pulling a single to left field, and that'll bring on Matthew Burns, who is 0 for 2. Burns struck out swinging in the 3rd, and he fouled out to the catcher Jordan Guida, which ended that 2-out threat we just mentioned in the 5th inning. A Baker double and an Abeta walk, but runners on the corners. At the time, the Goldeyes had a 2-0 lead. Guida was able to make a nice running catch towards the Grand Prairie dugout to retire Burns and in the inning. 4-0 Winnipeg, top of the 8th. Abeta not a fast runner. Taylor Sewitt comes set. And the first pitch. Drags a bunt left side, charging Mazzola. Bare hands, throws to first, and it's in time to get Matthew Burns, so there's 1 out here in the 8th. Phenomenal play by Josh Mazzola. Matthew Burns dropped one down along the 3rd base line. Mazzola got a good break, barehanded, and about halfway towards home, threw off balance to first, and they get Burns by about a half step. So Abeta will go to 2nd, score that 5-3, and they will give Burns credit for a sacrifice bunt, although he was clearly bunting for a base hit with his team down by 4 runs. 5-3 on the putout, a runner on 2nd, and 1 away. Jimmy Mojica is 1 for 3. A single, robbed by Josh Mazzola in the 3rd, and he fly to center field in the 1st inning. Taylor Sewitt brings the hands together. He looks over at 2nd, and the pitch. Slider that misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. AirHogs need a couple of more base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. A right-hander has been throwing for about a full inning now inside the AirHogs pen. He will likely take over in the bottom half of this inning. Slider outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Mojica on the year, 4 for 12 with men in scoring position. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities hitting at the top of the lineup. Played for the Laredo Lemurs the last couple of seasons. Has played for a number of teams overall in the American Association. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Slider way outside, and the count goes 3-0. He's a former teammate of Jake Black, where the 2 of them played for the Kansas City T-Bones together during the 2010 year. And that's when they helped the T-Bones get to the Northern League Championship Series against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. Mojica came back to Kansas City when they joined this league the following year. Finished that year with the Wichita Wingnuts. Fastball on the inside half, and the count is 3 balls and a strike. Has also seen time with the Pensacola Pelicans, the St. Paul Saints, and the St. Joe Blacksnakes. So in total, 7 different clubs in this league on the outside corner. And Taylor Sewitt has come back from 3-0 to run it full on the shortstop, Jimmy Mojica. 4-0 Goldeyes in the top of the 8th inning. Abeta on 2nd and 1 man down. Sewitt comes set. The 3-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball to the left. Mazzola reaches down, he's got it, has a snow cone, throws to first, and it's in time to get Mojica. And Abeta will stay at 2nd base. Another good play by Josh Mazzola, ranging to his left, got an in-between hop. It briefly Snuck out of his glove, and Mazzola stayed with it, and he was able to make the toss across the diamond. So now there's 2 outs with a runner on second. Brandon Pickney stepping to the plate. Pickney 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a fly ball to center. Brennan Lafferty warming up inside of the Goldeyes bullpen. Seward follows Gabe Aguilar, who threw a scoreless 6th in relief of Matt Jackson. He allowed a hit, no walks, and struck out 2. And threw 17 pitches. Fastball just outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And for Gabe Aguilar, he has still yet to walk a batter this season in 17 full innings pitched. 14 strikeouts and no walks in 17 innings for Gabe Aguilar. 1-0 the count on Brandon Pickney. Seward delivers. Slider taken high and away, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. It's 4 runs, 13 hits, and no errors for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Beta the runner on second and 2 outs. Look towards second. Now the pitch. Fastball a little bit low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Seward came back from 3-0 to eventually get Jimmy Mojica on the ground ball to third. He'll try and do the same here against Brandon Pickney with a 3-0 count. Palmer Carr Jr. waits on deck. Fastball taken high, ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second. Only the second walk drawn by the AirHogs lineup tonight. So Carr coming up. Rick Forney's going to walk out of the dugout. Brennan Lafferty's been warming. And we'll see if Seward has the opportunity to face Palmer Carr, or if Forney will bring on Lafferty, and Forney will make the signal. So we'll take a break. First and second, 2 outs, 4-0 Goldeyes in the top of the 8th. Back with a change after this on Jewel 101.
Water cooler's out.
Never fear! As a powerful elemental, I shall conjure forth a refreshing aquatic spring to quench our thirst. Just, give it a minute.
Clean, great-tasting drinking water isn't magic. It's Culligan. Culligan Water has been serving Winnipeg and surrounding areas for 58 years. As a member of the CBWA, you can count on their highly trained staff to deliver the best possible water treatment products and services, drinking water systems, and bottled water. Culligan Water. Better water. Pure and simple.
Most days, you can predict what life's going to throw at you.
He's 2 for 2 at bat so far today.
But every once in a while...
Strike! Oh, he did not see that coming.
When life throws you a curveball, Ranger Insurance will protect what's important to you. Whether it's home, life, auto, or commercial, they have a plan that fits your needs. Ranger Insurance. Putting relationships first. For the protection you deserve, visit rangerinsurance.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
This pitching change is brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Left-hander Brennan Lafferty makes a 16th appearance of the year, most in the American Association. 0-1, a 3.46 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 13 hits, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .255 against Brennan Lafferty this season. So Lafferty, who tied for the league lead in appearances last year, is off to a similar workload in 2014. Lafferty, 6'4", 185 pounds, 28 years old, from Riverside, California. Palmer Carr Jr. 0 for 3, fly to center, popped to first, and he has struck out swinging. Lafferty inherits 2 runners, Mitch Aveda on second and Brandon Pickney on first, both the responsibility of Taylor Seward. Seward did a good job an inning and 2/3. Right now, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He threw 25 pitches. Now, since the tying run is on deck, this does qualify as a save situation, meaning that even though it's a 4-0 game, if Lafferty gets the last out here in the 8th, and were to finish the ball game in the 9th inning, he would get credit for his first save of the year, and that is regardless of what the Goldeyes were to do on offense here in the bottom half of this inning. So Lafferty will face the right-hand batting Palmer Carr Jr. 0 for 3. Fly to center, pop to first, and he is struck out swinging. Lafferty last worked on Tuesday, the opener of this series. The first pitch, fastball low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Lafferty on Tuesday night went a scoreless inning. No hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts in the eventual 7-6 win. Runners lead first and second and 2 outs. The left-hander comes set. Carr holds the bat high above his head. And the pitch, ground ball towards the hole, base hit through to left field. Into third is Mitch Abeda. He's going to be waved to the plate. Sadler comes up throwing. Mazzola lets it come through. It won't be in time. An RBI single to left for Palmer Carr Jr. And it's now a 4-1 Goldeyes lead in the top of the 8th. A strong throw from Ray Sadler, but with 2 outs, Mitch Abeda got a pretty good jump. The throw came a few feet up the third base line, but the Goldeyes are able to keep Brandon Pickney at second base. So Palmer Carr Jr. comes through. A 2-out RBI single, his 16th RBI of the year. That run will be charged to the line of Taylor Suet. He is still responsible for Brandon Pickney, who is on second base. And now Jason Botts will step in, representing the tying run. Botts today is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Switch hitter right-handed. He takes a breaking ball low and inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Botts has the power to tie it with 1 swing. It's been tough to elevate the ball to left and left center the last 2 nights due to the wind. Botts does have terrific power to the opposite field. The runners lead first and second base. Lafferty down to the belt. Goldeyes setting up away. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses just inside, and it's now 2-0. Andres Rodriguez, another right-hand batter, is on deck. AirHogs are trying to make a late charge to avoid getting swept in this series. Goldeyes have a force on the infield. Pickney on second, Carr on first. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball low and away. So it's 3-0 on Jason Botts. Botts grounded a shortstop on a full count in the second, and then he was struck out by Matt Jackson looking in the 4th, and he was struck out swinging in the 6th by Gabe Aguilar to strand a runner on third base. 3-0, not out of the question he'd take a swing. The pitch, fastball low and away, ball 4. So that'll load the bases and put the tying runs on. Pickney is now on third, Palmer Carr Jr. on second, and Jason Botts is on first. So here is Andres Rodriguez. He's been in a funk of late. A guy has had great success in this league. Goldeyes get righty Kyle Bellamy warming up in the pen. Meanwhile, Jamie Vermillion will go out and talk with Brendan Lafferty. Including today, Rodriguez 3 for his last 33 with 13 strikeouts in his last 10 games. He started the year hitting .288 over the first 2.5 weeks. Rodriguez has an opportunity to maybe jumpstart the middle portion of his season. An extra base hit could potentially tie it, although Botts not the fastest of runners. And a home run, a grand slam, could give the AirHogs their first lead of today's game. The AirHogs have hit 1 grand slam in 2014. So Andres Rodriguez digs in. A homer and 15 driven in this year. Bases are full with 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Goldeyes lead by a score of 4-1. Bellamy continues to get ready. Lafferty brings the hands together. Third base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. Fastball low and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The inning started with a single by Mitch Abeda. Matthew Burns tried a bunt for a hit, was thrown out at first. After Mojica grounds it out, Pickney walked. Suet came in relief. Lafferty came in for relief of Taylor Suet. Fastball on the inside half, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Palmer Carr Jr. had the RBI single to left to cut it to 4-1. Then Jason Botts walked. So the bases are full with 2 outs. 1-1 on the first baseman, Andres Rodriguez. Lefty to righty. Goldeyes sets up outside. And the pitch. Changeup hit foul off the end of the bat. He had Rodriguez way out on his front foot. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lafferty trying to strand the tying runs on base. 4 runs. It is 12 hits for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. No errors. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. 1-2 the count on Andres Rodriguez. See if Lafferty goes back to the changeup or tries to speed things up with a fastball. Runners lead. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup, and the inning is over. Brendan Lafferty strikes out Andres Rodriguez on a changeup high and away, and he strands the tying runs on base. The AirHogs get a run. There were 2 hits in 3 left on. Middle of the 8th at Shaw Park. It's 4-1 Winnipeg on Jewel 101.
Year after year,
after year after year, after year after year, after year after year. For 7 consecutive years, Johnson Waste Management, with a reputation for business excellence, has been recognized as the best waste management services provider in Winnipeg. Johnson Waste Management, doing our best to be the very best year after year after year after year.
Princess Auto is for the real men. Men who like to get their hands dirty. Men who like to work from the ground up and use the best tools and equipment for the job. Real do-it-yourself men who know an air filter from a fuel pump. Men who walk into Princess Auto and feel like a kid in a candy store. Princess Auto. Everything a man needs to get the job done right. A unique world of equipment, tools, and more. Visit PrincessAuto.com for sales, specials, and more.
Summer is the season for long family road trips.
Are we there yet?
And if you want to make it there, it's time to go to Cal Tire. Whether you come in for a tire rotation, an alignment, or even a basic oil service, all your visits come with a free mechanical inspection. Get your vehicle ready for high temperatures and heavy use. Talk to Cal at any one of 5 convenient Winnipeg locations.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Bottom of the 8th inning at Shaw Park. Winnipeg now leading by a score of 4-1. Brendan Lafferty with a clutch strikeout of Andres Rodriguez with the bases loaded. Strands the tying runs on. So the Goldeyes lead by 3. New pitcher in the ball game for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, right-hander Jeremy Teets, who worked on Tuesday night, will take over for the starter Sean Spainhoward, who overall put in a solid effort. He kept the team in the ball game and lasted for 7 full. Jeremy Teets makes his 3rd appearance, both in relief. 2 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 earned runs, 6 hits, 1 walk. He has struck out 1. Opponents hitting .429 against Teets in those 2 2/3 innings. Another very big guy, Jeremy Teets, 6'5", 230 pounds. The AirHogs have 5 players on their roster that are 6'5" or taller. Josh Mazzola leads off 0 for 3. He takes a fastball on the outside half for a strike, 0-1. Mazzola's taken a call, 3rd strike. He's lined to center and flied out to center field. He'll be followed by Harther and Guidas, 7, 8, and 9. Swinging a chopper towards 3rd, foul ball. To the left of the line, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. In the top of the 9th, the AirHogs will send up 6, 7, and 8. Michael Herr, Eric Baker, and Mitch Abeda. On the bench, they have Frazier Hall, a left-hand batter, and their usual starting catcher, Vince DeFazio. 0-2 on Mazzola. Right-hand batter, wide open stance. Teets going from a high set. And the pitch, fastball, runs outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spainhoward goes 7 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned on 12 base hits. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 6. And threw 107 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, and that's a called strike 3. 1 away here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Good curveball from Jeremy Teets, clocked at 65 miles an hour. Big 12-6 action, and that will bring up Casey Harther, who continues his enormous series against the AirHogs. 3 for 3 today. He is now 10 for 12 in the series with 9 runs batted in. He's driven in 2 in this game. The pitch, fastball on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Now, if the Goldeyes do not score and somebody else comes into the 9th, it would obviously be a same situation at 4-1. The 0-1 pitch, high and tight with a fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Should Brendan Lafferty stay on to finish the ball game, even if the Goldeyes score 10 runs here in the 8th, Lafferty would still get credit for a save. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball strike on the outside edge, and it's 1-2. The reason for that, if you come into the ball game in a save situation and pitch multiple innings, you still get credit for the save as long as you finish the game off. The 1-2 to Harther. Breaking ball misses in, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. A run, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Teets allowed 1 run in an inning and a third in the ball game on Tuesday night. He gave up the solo shot to Casey Harther, and Harther swings and lines went deep but fouled on the right field line. And the count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it came in the bottom of the 8th. Harther led off on a 1-0 count and smoked one in a high line drive to left center field. Last night he would hit a pair of home runs. A long fly ball to left, and then a fly ball just inside the pole down the right field line. 2-2 the count. The pitch, fastball high and away, and it's 3-2. So Harder 3 for 3 in this game. No matter what happens in this at-bat, Harder came in hitting .364, fourth best in the American Association. We'll see the batting average go up significantly tomorrow. The 3-2. Line shot towards the left field line. That'll get down for a base hit and roll towards the corner. Carr chasing after it. Harder on his way to second base. The throw by Carr goes to third. And Casey Harder stands on second with a double. His second extra base hit in this series against Jeremy Teets. And he is now 4 for 4 in this Thursday afternoon. A long double down the left field line for Casey Harder, now 4 out of 4. And this performance by Harder in this series almost video game-like. Jordan Guida steps to the plate, 1 for 3, a single and 2 flyouts to center field. So 4 hits for Casey Harder. Now 11 for 13 in this 3-game series. Jordan Guida with a runner on second and 1 down. Goldeyes one last chance to try and add to their lead. 3 defensive outs away from a home sweep. It would be their first of the year, and first since August of 2013. From the stretch, breaking ball into the knees for a strike. Slow curveball at 66 miles an hour. It's 0-1. 11 for 13. That comes out to an .846 batting average in this 3-game series. Teets brings the hands together. He looks back at second. And the 0-1 to Guida. Hit foul off to the right side. And the count is 0-2. Teets has good velocity in the fastball. Doesn't appear to have much movement. And he left one up in that full count pitch to Casey Harder. And for his second time against Teets in the series, Harder did not miss. 4-1 Goldeyes, bottom of the 8th. Outfield median depth and straight away against the rookie catcher Jordan Guida. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Try to turn on a fastball into the hands, and it's still 0-2. Teets was signed on June 9th, just prior to this series. He is 12-8 in his pro career with a 4.85 ERA. His whole career has been spent in independent baseball. Originally from San Antonio, Texas. And then played his college ball at Angelo State University. Breaking ball inside and low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Angelo State, located in San Angelo, Texas. He played 4 years, going 15-5 in 81 games, 18 of them as a starting pitcher. Also had 5 collegiate saves, finished up in 2010. The pitch to Guida, swing and a miss, got him in the slow curveball. Second strikeout in the inning for Jeremy Teets, and it's back to the top for Tyler Kuhn. The double, by the way, for Casey Harder. The 13th hit of the day for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. It is their first extra base hit. They manufacture their offense with countless singles, mainly against the starting pitcher Sean Spainhauer. Kuhn has 3 of those singles as well as an RBI. He's a left-handed batter. And Teets delivers, swinging a chopper to the right side. That'll kick foul. And the count is 0-1. Kyle Bellamy continues to warm up in the Goldeyes pen. Winnipeg leading Grand Prairie 4-1 in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Kuhn struck out looking in the first. He singled to center in the second. Singled to left center in the 4th. And then drove in Casey Harder with an RBI with 2 outs in the 6th. Kuhn in his career a .299 hitter with 2 outs in men in scoring position. Once again, the infield tilting him a bit to the right, which is odd because Kuhn really uses the entire field. The pitch, breaking ball, grounded up the middle, tough play, and it's through to center field for a base hit. Casey Harder around third. Harder will score standing up. Tyler Kuhn with a second 2-out RBI single of the afternoon, and it's now 5-1 Winnipeg in the last of the 8th. Tyler Kuhn joins Casey Harder with a 4-hit performance, and he drives in his second run of this ball game, his 9th of the year, and Winnipeg back in front by 4 runs. On 0-1, Tyler Kuhn grounds one up the middle, and because the infield was tilted the way it was to the right side, the middle of the field was wide open. And that ball was beyond the reach of the second baseman, Brandon Pickney, who was moving to his right. Now a runner on first and 2 men down. That brings up Jake Blackwood, and Blackwood takes a fastball at the letters for a strike. It's 0-1. Jeremy Teets earlier this year was pitching with San Angelo in the United League, the San Angelo Colts. Same team where Chandler Barnard began the 2014 season. Barnard will start Saturday against the St. Paul Saints. Fastball low and inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Last year, Teets was with San Angelo at the end of the year after starting the season with the Joliet Slammers of the Frontier League. He played for Bobby Brown in 2012 with the Abilene Prairie Dogs. Brown, the former Goldeyes outfielder, now the manager of the Amarillo Sox. Blackwood swings and pops it in the air to right field. In comes Michael Herr. Michael Herr camping under, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Winnipeg adds another run. There were 2 hits and a 1 left on base. End of 8 innings here at Shaw Park. It's the Goldeyes 5 and the AirHogs 1 on Jewel 101.
Support your own, the Goldeyes. And Fort Garry Brewing. Located right here in Winnipeg, Fort Garry Brewing is Manitoba's #1 brewery, crafting a full spectrum of delicious beers and ales, including the award-winning Fort Garry Dark and the fan-favorite Fort Garry Pale, both of which are available at Shaw Park, so cheer on the home team. Fort Garry Brewing, Manitoba made, Manitoba's own.
Can you guess who is top dog in the alley? Johnson Waste Management. Johnson Waste Management has been recognized as the top dog in the business 7 years in a row. Not bad for a local family-owned business in a dog-eat-dog world. Johnson Waste Management. Silver trucks and green bins. Doing our best to be the very best.
You have a mission. Make summer yours. Master the lawn, own the barbecue, and make the yard into your own private kingdom. And you'll find everything you need to complete this mission at Rona, your destination for all home improvement and renovation needs. Building materials, barbecues, lawnmowers, patio furniture. The only thing you need is imagination and a little know-how. And if you need help in that department, the experts at Rona are available to give you the best tips on your home improvement projects. Rona Home and Garden. What's your next project? Visit Rona.ca.
And now, back to Winnipeg Goldeyes baseball on Jewel 101.
Top of the 9th inning at Shaw Park. Goldeyes tacking another 2-out run from Tyler Kuhn, his 4th hit of the game. He drove in Casey Arthur, who collected his 4th hit with a double against the righty Jeremy Teets. No longer a safe situation. Kyle Bellamy, though, will come on to try and finish things off. They'll face 6, 7, and 8. Michael Herr, Eric Baker, and Mitch Abeda. This pitching change brought to you by Johnson Waste Management. Call 452-0909. Kyle Bellamy makes his 14th appearance of the year. 2-0 with 4 saves, a 5.40 ERA. 10 innings pitched. He's allowed 10 hits, walked 7, and struck out 9. Opponents hitting .263 against Kyle Bellamy. Bellamy 6'5", 220 pounds. A 26-year-old right-hander from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He pitched in the ball game on Tuesday night. He caught a couple of tough breaks. The AirHogs had a couple of infield singles and then an on-fielder's choice at second, which allowed them to tie the game in the 9th at 6. But facing bases loaded and 1 down in a tie game, Bellamy made a huge pitch. He got Jason Botts to bang into an inning-ending double play, and that allowed the Goldeyes to win it in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Michael Herr is a fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Brandon Lafferty goes 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs allowed. He threw 10 pitches. Righty against righty, the 0-1 pitch. Punch the other way, backhanded by Harther and knocked his glove off. He flips to Bellamy, and Bellamy gets to the bag, a step in front of Michael Herr. 1 away to start the 9th. What a crazy play, a sharp one-hopper towards first. Casey Harther got his glove on it, but it knocked the glove off of his left hand. The ball rolled out towards his feet. He picked it up without even putting the glove back on and flipped the ball like he otherwise usually would at Kyle Bellamy. And Bellamy wins the foot race with Michael Herr. So the unconventional spring training play 3-1. And there's 1 out here in the 9th. Bellamy is trying to close it out for Matt Jackson, who, though he left apparently due to an injury after the 6th inning, fastball low and inside, 1-0. He's still qualifying for a win. He was very good, 5 shutout, and threw just 72 pitches, allowing 2 base hits. Sean Spainhauer pitched well, but he's in danger of taking another loss. Fastball, high, 2 balls and no strikes. Unless the AirHogs come back here in the 9th inning. Spainhauer would drop to 0-4, and the AirHogs would drop to 0-6 in his starts this year. Eric Baker's 1 for 3 with a double. The 2-0 pitch, fastball just inside, 3 balls and no strikes. Goldeyes need 2 more outs to win a 4th consecutive game. AirHogs are in danger of losing a 4th in a row and for an 8th time in their last 10. The 3-0 pitch, fastball knee high for a strike, 3-1. Mitch Abeyta waits on deck. AirHogs have climbed within 3 and they put the tying runs on base. A 2-out bases loaded chance in the 8th inning, but Brandon Lafferty struck out Andres Rodriguez on a great changeup off the plate. Check swing, and it's on the outside corner. Thought that Baker may have gone around, but it was the called strike signal from Hank Lemoyne. So Bellamy's gone from 3-0 to a full count, 1 out, nobody on in the 9th. Bellamy, the 4th reliever used today by Rick Forney. Aguilar, Sewitt, and Lafferty have all worked out of the pen. The 3-2 pitch, outside and high with a slider. So it's a 1-out walk here in the 9th. And that will bring up Mitch Abeyta, who's had a good day. He's 1 for 2, could easily be 2 for 2. Was robbed by Tyler Kuhn at shortstop in the 3rd. Walked in a full count in the 5th. And then he singled and to this point has scored the only AirHogs run leading off the top of the 8th. Runner on first and 1 man down. Goldeyes 5, AirHogs 1 in the top of the 9th. Again, not a save situation here for Kyle Bellamy. He does have 4 saves on the season. And the Goldeyes as a club with a total of 10 saves to begin 2014. The pitch, fastball taken just high and inside. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. On deck is Matthew Burns. Abeyta not a fast runner. If Bellamy could get a ground ball here, could potentially end the game in a double play. Bellamy gets the sign. Guida will set up in. The pitch on the outside half. Good fastball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Abeyta is now 6 for 31 today, the 11th game that he has played. It'll be interesting to see if both DeFazio and Abeyta are kept for the entire year. It's a great luxury, of course, for Ricky Van Asselberg, as this ball is grounded towards second, just beyond the reach of a diving Jake Blackwood. Baker turns second. He'll get to third. The throw coming in a second from Donnie Webb. Mitch Abeyta able to poke one just past the diving Jake Blackwood at second base. So Abeyta is now 2 for 3, and then he'll put runners on the corners with 1 man down. So Matthew Burns will step up, and the AirHogs need 1 more base runner to bring the tying run on the plate. Burns 0 for 2, struck out in the 3rd, fouled out in the 5th, and was credited with a sacrifice bunt in the 8th. And it looks like the AirHogs will pinch hit. They will pull the trigger here with Frazier Hall, who has sat the last 2 games. So Hall, the only left-hand bat for the Grand Prairie AirHogs, steps in. He's had a good year. First pitch, he swings and fouls one to the left side. It's 0-1. Hall 258, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in. So if this game does go beyond the top of the 9th, Hall will probably just stay in his usual position at third base. Hall finished last year with the Grand Prairie AirHogs. He's 9 for 30 in his last 10 games, and even 300. Sinker taken outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. But it will be interesting to see if DeFazio and Abeyta are both with the AirHogs at the end of the year. The Goldeyes are fortunate to have a guy like Luis Allen, who plays nearly every day behind the plate. The 1-1 pitch on the inside half, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. But many teams often struggle to find consistency with catching. And with the AirHogs looking to really shore up the pitching staff, certainly a possibility that either DeFazio or Abeyta could be attractive to another club to try and bring in a starting pitcher or a reliever. Bellamy with a 1-2. Swinging a ground ball towards second, might end the game. Blackwood goes to second for 1. Kuhn to first, and he throws the ball towards the AirHogs dugout. It's going to bounce off the dugout top and into the stands. So Eric Baker will come in a score that'll cut the lead of 5-2. Mitch Abeyta is out on the play at second, 4-6, at a very aggressive takeout slide. It forced Kuhn to elevate that throw. It sailed just past Casey Harder, bounced off the dugout facing, and then off the dugout top roof. So it's now a 5-2 game. And they will charge an error.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Jimmy Mojica.
I believe to Tyler Kuhn at shortstop. So Frazier Hall, since he can't assume a double play, will get credit for a run batted in. And for Fraser Hall, it'll be his 7th of the year. But now the Goldeyes 1 out away from finishing things off. The error is not on failing to get a Fraser Hall at first. It's for Hall getting the second. You get the automatic advance on the ball that goes out of play. So a runner in second and 2 outs. It's back to the top for Jimmy Mojica. 5-2 Goldeyes here in the top of the 9th. Mojica's 1 for 4. A right-hand batter. Bellamy delivers, and it's a fastball on the outside half for a strike 0-1. Kyle Bellamy off the third base side of the rubber. Leaning in to get the sign from Jordan Guida. Outfield about a step deep and a couple of steps to left against the right-hand batter. Mojica's got some pop in his bat. Here's the 0-1. Fastball right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes. And Bellamy and the Goldeyes 1 strike away from their first sweep at home in 2014 and their 3rd sweep overall. Many of the school kid crowd has stuck around here to the 9th. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball foul outside of the third base bag. Mojica reached down and was able to hit a 69-mile-an-hour slider from Kyle Bellamy. It's still 0-2. Goldeyes have led since the bottom half of the 2nd. AirHogs got the tying runs on base in the 8th. Here they trail 5-2 in the top of the 9th. Righty against righty. Another 0-2 pitch. Broken bat grounder back towards the mound. Taken by Bellamy. Throws to first in time, and the ball game is over. And the Goldeyes have swept the AirHogs here at Shaw Park. Kyle Bellamy retires Jimmy Mojica on a squib just to the right of the mound. And Bellamy and the Goldeyes take this one by a final score of 5-2, their first home sweep since August of 2013. And for the Goldeyes, their 3rd sweep overall here in the 2014 season. More good pitching. The Goldeyes give up just 2 runs and 6 hits. They get 2 big performances from Tyler Kuhn and Casey Harther, who combined for 8 hits in 9 at-bats, and Winnipeg has won 4 straight, matching their longest winning streak of the year. Goldeyes are now 18-9. They'll remain in first place heading into tomorrow with a big series coming up against St. Paul. In the 9th inning, there was 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Our final score here at Shaw Park, it's the Winnipeg Goldeyes 5 and the Grand Prairie AirHogs 2. Back with a Sports Select post-game show after this on Jewel 101.
Thanks for listening to Winnipeg Goldeyes Baseball. Stay tuned for comments from Goldeyes players and coaches. The Winnipeg Goldeyes Sports Select post-game show is next on Jewel 101.
CIBC and the Winnipeg Goldeyes have partnered to fight cancer. On Sunday, October 5th, CIBC and Goldeyes employees, friends, and family will be running in communities across Canada for a future without breast cancer. Shaw Park, the home of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, will be your local run site for the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation CIBC Run for the Cure. For more information, to register to run or make a donation, go to CIBC.com. Let's run for a future without breast cancer. Join in Sunday, October 5th at Shaw Park.
This is Goldeyes Baseball on 100.7 CFJL, Jewel 101, Winnipeg.
This summer, Downtown Winnipeg Biz wants you to get a taste of downtown Winnipeg with restaurant tours starting in June. Hit 4 patios in one evening on the Patio Crawl Tour. Cycle to 7 restaurants on the Movable Feast Tour. Check out up-and-coming musicians at the Almost Famous Music Tour. Let Winnipeg Wine take you to the city's top restaurants for a tasting that includes a night in a luxury downtown hotel. See the full lineup of tours and get your tickets today at downtownwinnipegbiz.com.
Watching the game is something to enjoy. But remember, drinking any alcohol and driving don't mix. Drinking and driving puts you and others in danger. Your best bet is a designated driver who has had no alcohol. Enjoy the game, but whatever you do, don't drink and drive. To keep Manitobans safe behind the wheel, police are increasing enforcement near you. Watch for them. A message from Manitoba Public Insurance.
I'm off to the UPS store.
We don't need anything shipped.
Well, I'm getting our office printing and brochures made up, and I need some name badges and these pages laminated for our training class tomorrow.
At the UPS store?
Yeah, they do everything.
No, really, what are you shipping?
Copy, print, ship, and more at the UPS store. With their digital and wide format printing services as well as in-house graphic design services, they've got all your business needs covered. Big or small, they do it all at the UPS store.
It's time for the Winnipeg Goldeyes Sports Select post-game show on Jewel 101. Here's Steve Schuster.